Yo, what's going on? Welcome into the show. Happy Week 18, everybody. On this beautiful Sunday, January 5th, you're watching Philadelphia Eagles Now by Chat Sports. Chase Sr. here with you. And as always, no matter where you are or how you're tuned in, we greatly appreciate all of you for making today's watch party a part of your Sunday. The Philadelphia Eagles hosting the New York Giants in the regular season finale. Next up, coming up next weekend, that's when the playoffs get underway. Nick Sirianni not going to play his starters in this ball game, but I'm actually excited to watch Tanner McKee ball out against the Giants, his first career NFL start. And last week, he threw 2 touchdown passes on 5 attempts. And I've been saying since the preseason last year when he was a rookie coming out of Stanford, this kid has something. And I think we're going to see that in a full 60-minute ball game here today. Now, because Philadelphia resting a lot of their marquee players, the Birds only 1-point favorites, and then the over-under pretty laughable at 35, also combined into the fact that the New York Giants stink. Game getting underway 1 p.m. Eastern in South Philadelphia at Lincoln Financial Field. It is chilly in that part of the country, and as you can see, the countdown to kickoff clock right below me, 42 minutes and change. This is the best place to experience an Eagles game day outside of being at the actual game, and we're glad that all of you are hanging out here with us. The news of the week. Really, for Philadelphia and across the National Football League, would Saquon Barkley play against his former team in the New York Giants in Week 18? Philadelphia last week locked up the NFC East. They locked up the number 2 seed. This game doesn't mean anything for the Birds, but Saquon, with the magical season that he's had, 2,005 rushing yards, 101 rushing yards away from breaking Eric Dickerson's all-time record for rushing yards in a single season. But Philadelphia's more lofty goals than a record. Instead of chasing records, they're chasing rings, and so Nick Sirianni not going to play Saquon Barkley in this game, in addition to a lot of the marquee Eagles starters. And I thought Brandon Graham this morning, while on ESPN, doing a little bit of a media tour, said something very smart. And I imagine this factored into Nick Sirianni's decision. Last year, against the Giants in the final week of the season, remember when the Eagles were reeling? They were trying to get back on track, and then A.J. Brown got hurt. Sidney Brown got hurt. Reed Blankenship got injured. All 3 of those players were not available for the Eagles in the wild card round against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And what happened? The Eagles got dump trucked in that game, and they probably would have lost either way, but the risk far outweighs the reward here. What Saquon did was very special. Ran for more than 2,000 yards, but he is a focal point of this Eagles offense. This Eagles team is capable of getting to and winning a Super Bowl, and that path becomes a lot more difficult if you're without number 26 here to my right. Let's have a day here on Eagles Now. I saw the $50 super chat come in from Lori Papas. I want everybody right now to type E in the chat as many times as you can, because you know where that leads us, right? When you say E, you got to go E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Who's in the chat? I see John Galt, Trey Lasado, Eagles fan, Jeff Chipper in the building, Ernesto Ojeda, Kane Angel, Georgios, Little G Griffith, Dragon tuned in from Serbia, Kane Angel from overseas, Jack W., the champ, the Carter, Eagles man 710, Eagles for life, Donna, Melrence M, Kelly Knock, the mean green Detroit thing, Rusty Perry also putting those E's in the chat. You love to see it. And how about this as a way to start off the watch party? Lori Papas making it rain with the $50 super chat. LFG, Eagles energize, we believe, fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles man 710 with the $2 super chat. Happy 31st birthday to me. Go Birds. Hey, fellow Capricorn, my birthday's coming up on Friday, I believe, January 10th. So me and you, the January babies, type HBD to Eagles man 710 in the chat. If we get another $50 super chat, by the way, thanks to Avery, one of our new hires, she made some Jell-O shots. I'll take down a Jell-O shot if somebody else sends in a $50 super chat. Myself and Chip, we're going to be live for about 8 hours today. So we have to pace ourselves a little bit, but we want to get the party started. Another 50, taking down a Jell-O shot, and I'll add a beer bong on top of that as well. Now, the Birds are NFC East champs for the second time in 3 years. If you want to get yourselves some NFC East champs gear, there are hats available, shirts available, sweatshirts, and a whole lot more. All you have to do, plug in the link down below, and it's also in the description for today's Eagles Now. It's chatsports.com/NFC East Champs PHI. This is the same gear that the Eagles are wearing after last week's win over the Dallas Cowboys, and you can get it today to celebrate that divisional crown. Speaking of that divisional crown, partially because the Eagles won the division, they are the number 2 seed here in the NFC. No opportunities, of course, to get the number 1 seed in the conference. That's why Nick Sirianni is sitting a lot of his starters, but there is a likely path for Philadelphia to potentially host an NFC championship game, depending on who that number 1 seed is and what happens in the divisional round. That number 1 seed will be decided tonight. Sunday Night Football, Detroit Lions, Minnesota Vikings in Detroit. Winner take all gets the number 1 seed and home field advantage. So what you would be rooting for is, of course, Philadelphia to win the wild card round, win the divisional round, and then that number 1 seed to lose in the divisional round. And if that happens, if that takes place, the Eagles would then host the NFC Championship game. And in 1980, in 2004, in 2017, in 2022, when the Eagles have made it to Super Bowls, they have hosted the NFC title game. As for who the Eagles would face, by looking at the NFC playoff picture, right now it would be the Green Bay Packers. That is the probable scenario here, and Philadelphia will play Green Bay if the Commanders win on the road against the Dallas Cowboys, and Trey Lance is getting the start at AT&T Stadium here this afternoon. The Eagles will play the Commanders if Washington loses and the Packers beat the Bears in Chicago. And so if both the Commanders and the Packers win, it's a wash. And what would happen, what we just showed you on the NFC playoff picture, where the 2-7 matchup would be Eagles, Packers at Lincoln Financial Field, and this Packers team, a very, very dangerous 7 seed. As far as DVOA goes, if you want to tap into the analytics, it would be one of the best 7 seeds in the history of the NFL. And so fittingly, we transfer to this. Pick an opponent. Who would you rather face in the wild card round of the playoffs? Is it Washington, type WAS? Is it the Green Bay Packers, type GB? Let us know in the chat. E.C. Walker, I bet Chase Sr. is scared of Green Bay. Look, I'm not scared of Green Bay, but I think they're a legitimate opponent. So too is Washington, though. I think it kind of comes down to this. Who would you rather face? Do you want to take on the better quarterback, who I think right now is Jane Daniels, or the better overall team, which is the Green Bay Packers? And the Packers have much more experience. I mean, last year as a 7 seed, they annihilated the Dallas Cowboys on the road and nearly took down the number 1 seeded San Francisco 49ers in the divisional round. So let's see what the people are saying. Jack wants Washington. King Javier, Washington. TC animates Green Bay. Keith Martin, Washington. Dragon, Washington. Captain Delberto, I want a rematch of Washington. Yeah, and getting a rookie quarterback who would be on the road, you kind of like how you stack up there, but it's also difficult to take on a team for a 3rd time and beat them a 2nd time. But either way, Philadelphia will be favored to beat either Green Bay or Washington. Eagles, prods, Green Bay. John House said, doesn't matter, we win. And I'm looking at our poll question right now. Who you got in this game? 93% going with the Birds, 7% with the New York Giants. I'm going to change that. And we're going to put a new poll question in here. Who would you rather face? And we'll do Packers, Commanders, And that's the new poll question in the chat. As for our Super Chat menu, I had said, if we get another $50 Super Chat, I'm taking down a Jell-O shot. Here's the Super Chat menu. All Super Chats get a shout out. $10, you get 5 football raffle tickets to win our Eagles Now MVP football. $20, you get to sign the ball alongside some fellow legends and real ones, and you get 10 tickets to win the ball. $50, beer bong or a Jell-O shot, and our Super Chat MVP will get a Ron Jaworski signed mini helmet. That'll go to the largest individual Super Chat during today's show. And since we officially popped up our Super Chat menu, the 50 that came in from Lori, what should I do? Beer bong type B, Jell-O shot type J. I'm kind of craving the Jell-O shot here, to be honest. Which one should I do? Which one should I do? B for beer bong, J for Jell-O shot. Aaron Leby with the Trump photo said J. Kane Angel said hello. What's up, Kane? Lori Papa sent in the $50 Super Chat. She said Jell-O. I feel like it's only right. Now, I've been told that the orange ones are a little bit more strong. So let's test them out here. Kind of got to get some tongue action in there to, loosen her up a little bit. You got to loosen her up around the rim. All right. All right, they're fire. I didn't even chew that. I just took it right down. Another 50. I'm taking down another Jell-O shot. Let's get it. Cole Page, $5 Super Chat. Damn, Chase, you're so cute. I'm about to stroke yo-ish. That's crazy, man. I got to take a picture of this to just document it. Cole Page, that's crazy. Eagles, man, 7-10. I think I missed it. If both the Packers and the Commanders win, what determines who we play in the wild card? So if the Packers and Commanders win, the standings stay as such, where the Eagles would be the 2 seed. They've already locked that down. Packers would stay in the 7 seed. If you want to take on Washington, if you're an Eagles fan, you need the Commanders to lose against the Cowboys. You need the Packers to beat the Bears. And the Bears haven't beaten the Packers in years. So Green Bay just owns Chicago. Oahu said, what the? Yeah, that was a crazy Super Chat, man. Crazy Super Chat.
And we're not off to a great start so far in our Super Chat battle, man. We're not off to a great start.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Our Super Chat battle. Hopefully this isn't a sign of things to come at the link here this afternoon. Giants Now is crushing us in Super Chats, 203 to 57. So look, another 50, another Jell-O shot. If somebody wants to be bold and send in 100, I'll take down another shotgun. Super Chat battle. We got to catch up the Giants now because we're down big right now. In the lead up to this game, the Birds making a couple of roster moves, by the way, and I hit on this over the weekend talking about the return of Dallas Goedert and how Philadelphia is going to add a key player to the mix for this, hopefully, Super Bowl run. So Dallas Goedert activated from IR to the active roster. Edge rusher Charles Harris elevated to the active roster for this game. And the same can be said for linebacker Dallas Gant. And so with the Eagles resting their starters, made sense for the Eagles to elevate a couple of practice squatters, Charles Harris, Dallas Gant. Expect to see them get some snaps here in this football game. I'm not sure if Dallas Goedert is going to play. I would imagine he just makes his return in the wild card round against either Washington or Green Bay. That's how I would play it, but we will see. Oh! Kelly Knock, a $50 super chat. We're over 100 in supers, and Kelly said LFG. 322 people watching live. LFG, and hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. And Kelly, thanks for making it rain with the $50 super chat. All All right, so we took down the orange Jell-O shot. Should we go pink? I mean, kind of matches what Kelly just sent in. So let's work the tongue. All right, that was good too. So the orange one and the pink one.
Which one's better?
Which one's stronger?
I think pink was better tasting, but the orange had more alcohol in it. We knew that going in, but both very good. I'm curious to try the blue. So another 50. We're taking down another Jell-O shot.
Come on, man. That's like 3 in like 10 minutes,
Let's
baby.
have a day, baby. It's week 18. This game means nothing. So let's get weird. Type LGW in the chat if you want to get weird. Let's get weird. Let's get weird. All right, takeaways from this season because, look, let's be honest. Doesn't really make a lot of sense to preview this game other than talking about Tanner McKee, and I'm really excited to evaluate him, to scout him today, and see what he can do because the Giants are going to play, albeit on one of the worst rosters in the NFL, a lot of their starters. The Eagles are going to play a lot of their backups, but this Eagles team is one of the most deepest, most talented, most well-rounded teams in the National Football League, and I still think Philadelphia, with their backups and Tanner McKee, their third stringer playing in this game, can beat and will beat the New York Giants. So when you think about the grand scheme of things here in 2024, my takeaways from this season, I think a lot of people are going to point to Saquon Barkley as storyline number one, and that's definitely the sexiest storyline, and we'll get to that here in a moment. For me, the most impressive thing that we witnessed this year was the defensive turnaround from Vic Fangio's unit. New scheme, whole new coaching staff, and a defensive unit year over year that went from being one of the worst in the NFL last year, one of the most anemic defensive units that I've ever seen, couldn't tackle, couldn't get stops on third down, couldn't get stops in the red zone, scheme breakdowns, communication breakdowns. It was a mess. Some young players not developing. And the Eagles go from being arguably the worst defense in the NFL in 2023 to the best in 2024. Vic Fangio brought it. Vic Fangio coached his ass off. And the defensive turnaround this year was superb. Of course, story number two is what I mentioned moments ago, what Saquon Barkley was able to do. And it all started with the signing by Howie Roseman. 2 years, $26 million in guaranteed money. You think $13 million in guaranteed money this year was worth 2,000 plus rushing yards and 13 touchdowns on the ground and the NFL Offensive Player of the Year? You can make the argument that if Saquon got a 1-year deal worth 26 of that guaranteed money, he'd still be a bargain at that price tag. So for Saquon to do what he did for the money that he was given, how entertaining it was to watch him, how he changed the complexion of this Eagles offense, and how Philadelphia, highway robbery, took him from the grasp of the New York Giants and they let him walk over a few $1 million. It was amazing. And it'll go down as one of the best individual seasons that we will ever see in the history of this legendary organization. Takeaway number 3 from this year, the jump from some of these young players. It was needed for this team to take that leap. Jalen Carter, All-Pro, already been named a Pro Bowler. Nolan Smith, what a terrific year too. Jordan Davis got better as the year went on. Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, 2 rookies who are starters on the number 2 seeded squad in the NFC. Nakobe Dean, a breakout year that he needed to have. Cam Jurgens, first year as a starting center. He's going to the Pro Bowl. Landon Dickerson, 3 straight Pro Bowls. It's insane, some of the player developmental stories that we saw this season. Even a player like Jalen Hunt played a marquee role on this team. Point number 4, the coordinator hires made a huge difference. And this is why you watch this show, because I don't mean to brag, but I'm right a lot. And I had said, I think maybe the biggest difference between last year's Eagles and this year's Eagles is that this is a better coaching staff. Last year, they were so poorly coached on offense and defense. Wasn't going to happen with Kellen Moore, accomplished. Vic Fangio, accomplished. And Kellen Moore, once again, going to have a top 5, top 10 offense. And Vic Fangio, once again, going to have a highly graded defense. And then Nick Sirianni's done a great job of being the CEO head coach for this team. And so the Eagles have gone from a sloppy, undisciplined, poorly coached team to the total opposite this year. And that's why they have 13 wins going into Week 18. Opportunity for 14 dubs in 2 of the last 3 years. Takeaway number 5. This is the most complete and deepest team in the NFL. Howie Roseman's done a great job of compiling all these assets and putting this roster together. But what bothers me so much about people who won't give Nick Sirianni credit, it's up to the coaching staff to develop players. The general manager in the front office has nothing to do with player development. That is all on Nick Sirianni and his staff. And he has now hired Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio. Last year, Brian Johnson and Sean Desai didn't work out. But to start his regime, Shane Steichen, Jonathan Gannon, both head coaches in this league. And so Sirianni has put together really good coordinator hires, really good coaching staffs. That's led to a lot of player development. And also with Howie Roseman, most complete and deepest team in the league. Flip the page. A lot of people were down on Jalen Hurts at the end of last year. Philadelphia lost 6 of their last 7. Hurts was an MVP candidate and the MVP front runner as recent as November last year after that overtime win over the Buffalo Bills. And then after that, Hurts in this offense, it was an unmitigated disaster. But there was pressure on Jalen Hurts to respond to the ugly nature of last year. He was able to do that. And when he went out of that game against Washington, we saw why, in my opinion, he should get more consideration to be in the MVP conversation. I'm not saying that he should win it. He shouldn't. And he's not up there with Joe Burrow and Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson or Saquon Barkley. But is he going to be top 10 in MVP voting? Yes. Point number 7. The Eagles' offensive line was dominant. And if I were to build a roster, I would highly emphasize the offensive line. That's it how he does. And I think there's a great notion and a great quote out there that sometimes when you watch a football team or you evaluate a football team, you don't watch the game from behind. You don't watch the game from the bird's eye view. You watch the game from the sideline. And you look to see what type of push your offensive line is getting and what type of push your defensive line is getting. And Howie has built this team in the trenches in a way that has allowed Philadelphia on both sides of the ball to wear the opposition down throughout the course of a ball game. And the Eagles' offensive line, it's a big reason why I said going into the year, Saquon Barkley can be this year's Christian McCaffrey. Saquon Barkley can be the NFL Offensive Player of the Year. Saquon Barkley can have a career season. What's happened? He's been even better than CMC was last year. CMC had more than 2,000 all-purpose yards. Saquon had more than 2,000 rushing yards. Nick Sirianni, very similar point that Jalen Hurts. He stabled the ship. A lot of people wanted him fired last year. I put out a video over the weekend. Is Nick Sirianni a better head coach than Kyle Shanahan? If you were the head coach of the 49ers, would the Niners be in the playoffs? That puppy did like 400,000 views because it's a polarizing conversation. And I don't think that Sirianni is a better coach than Kyle Shanahan. But my point was, sometimes it's harder to find a CEO head coach who oversees the operation as compared to a play calling head coach. I mean, look at some of the coaches who are going to be let go. You know, Dennis Allen was let go. He was a play caller defensively. It's a terrible head coach. Brian Dable, play caller, might get canned. Matt Nagy, play caller, might get canned. Adam Gase was a play caller, awful. And so you can find that hot commodity offensive play caller or defensive play caller. But can you manage the locker room? Can you put together a good culture? Can you put together a staff that will lead to player development? And can you stable the ship when times get rocky? Last year, Eagles lost 6 of 7. I was at the NFL Combine with a bunch of people in Indianapolis who cover the league. Some people were laughing at Sirianni. Some people were laughing at the fact that Big Dom was with them at the Combine. What did the Eagles do? They come out, they get the number 2 seed. They won 10 games in a row this year. They were a dominant football team. During that 10-game winning streak and all year, they have taken down a multitude of playoff teams. They had a very difficult schedule they were able to navigate. They started the season off slow. They suffered that ugly loss against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There was the A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts drama. Hasn't mattered. The vibe around this team is really special. It starts and ends with Sirianni. The 10 wins in a row this year, how fun was that? Just an incredible run for this football team. And for like myself and Chip to do watch parties for every single game, I was thinking about this after that winning streak got snapped. I was like, for 2.5 months in a season that runs September, October, November, December, 4 months of the regular season, we got to see 2.5 months straight where the Eagles did not lose a game. That was a lot of fun. And then takeaway number 10, this Eagles team, with 17 plus minutes to go until this game gets underway, has a golden opportunity in front of them. Deepest team, most complete team, most talented team. And when they play up to their level, maybe the best team in the NFL, and they have an opportunity to win their second Lombardi trophy this year. Job's not finished. The job is just about to be embarked upon. And it's time for Philadelphia to rest up here in Week 18 and chase that Lombardi, because if they win, myself and Chip, we're going to be back in Philadelphia for that championship parade like we were back in February of 2018. I need that injected into my veins. Captain Dalberto, a $5 super chat. Gainwell Shipley first touchdown. Goedert touchdown. Johnny Wilson touchdown. Calling it right now. Now, we have Brett Alper here, who's a Patriots fan, by the way. But he goes anytime touchdown score, Grant Calcaterra, right? First touchdown. First touchdown, Grant Calcaterra. I kind of like the value there because it's easier to go with like Kenny Gainwell or somebody else. But Grant Calcaterra is a realistic option to score the first touchdown. He's played very well in place of Dallas Goedert, and the value is pretty good. How about this? Oh! The King Dylan, a $50 super chat. He's going to make it rain. That gets us up to 162 in supers. The number to beat for our Ron Jaworski signed mini helmet, $50 super chat. It's currently a tie between the King Dylan, Kelly Knock, and Lori Papas. The King Dylan saying this: yo, what's good, everyone? Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. Put down the Giants. No mercy. Well, based upon Captain Dalberto's super chat, if the Eagles score that many touchdowns, no mercy indeed. So, super chat menu. I got to do another Jell-O shot. All super chats get a shout out. $10 or more, you get 5 football raffle tickets. $20, you get to sign the ball, and you get 10 tickets to win this ball. $50 for a beer bong or a Jell-O shot, and our MVP, a Ron Jaworski signed mini helmet. So I got to take down this third Jell-O shot here. First one was orange. Second one was pink. Next one is blue. Let's see what we're operating with here. That might be the best flavor. Very good. All right, how about this? Another $50 super chat. I've already taken down 3 Jell-O shots. It's time for Brett Alper, Patriots fan. Let's punish the Patriots fan. For him to take down a Jell-O shot, Chip has to take down a Jell-O shot. We're doing that for the next $50 super chat. Let's go. As you can see below me, countdown to kickoff clock, under 15 minutes.
You see people asking for a Hurts update. Still dealing with a concussion. He's not playing. Hopefully good to go next week. A little bit worrisome. A little bit. They're also kind of letting his finger heal, but the finger is not the reason he's not playing. He's not playing because of the concussion.
Tyler Sperry, $5 super chat. That gets us up to 166. We'll hit those, but let's hit this. If you like Eagles now, chances are you really like football, right? I love football. Chip loves football. Brett likes football. We all love football here at Chat Sports. And that's why we've been doing watch parties on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel for every college football playoff game. We saw the first round. We saw the quarterfinals. Now it's time for the semifinals. We have two awesome matchups, and the ratings here, going to be a ratings bonanza. Texas Longhorns, Ohio State Buckeyes. Ohio State is rolling, and it's incredible how much they have flipped their season considering how ugly that loss to Michigan was in the final week of the regular season. They annihilated Tennessee. They crushed Oregon in the Rose Bowl. And now it's time for Ohio State to take on a Texas team with a lot of talent, but I think they've played down to their competition a little bit in the first two rounds of the college football playoffs. So who you got in this game here? Texas, Ohio State. We will be live for a watch party on January 10th for this game on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. So check us out over there. And let's see what the people are saying. A lot of responses so far. Football JSF said Texas. Maybe said Texas from a Penn State fan. Kai Ballin, Ohio State. Chris did that, Texas. Trey Losado, Texas. Nate, Ohio State. John Galt, Ohio State. Messiah, Ohio State. Al Paris, Ohio State. Lisa Chipper, Ohio State. Raymond McDonald, Ohio State. PSK, Ohio State. All right, a lot of people going with Ohio State. It's not the only game that's happening. For those of you in Pennsylvania, Penn State playing Notre Dame. I grew up on Andy Reid football and Joe Paterno football during my upbringing. Every Saturday I was watching Penn State games in this little crawl space in my childhood home that I turned into an Eagles man cave with some Penn State stuff in there. And so pretty incredible to see what Penn State has been able to do. And I kind of called this. I had said, Penn State has a really easy road to the Final Four. All they have to do is beat SMU at home. Those Dallas boys, they had never seen cold weather like that. Never been in an environment like that because the ACC wishes they could have a crowd like a whiteout in Happy Valley. And then they beat Boise State in a game where they ended up winning by a couple of scores. Boise State extremely well coached. They hung tough for a little while. Penn State able to pull away. So who you got in this game? Drew Aller, 3 touchdown passes in that game against Boise State. Alper hated to see it. One of his touchdown throws touched the clouds. That ball is still moist. It was such a bomb. And then 2 great throws to Tyler Warren, one of my favorite players in this upcoming draft class. So who you got? I think Penn State matches up very well against Notre Dame. It's going to come down to, is James Franklin going to blow it? And can Drew Aller play well? Because I like their defense. I like their offense. This is a game that features a lot of NFL dudes. And I'm giving the slight edge to Penn State. Messiah, Penn State. John Galt going with the Irish. Eagles for life. Penn State from a Colorado Buffaloes fan. Nate likes Penn State. Kane Angel rooting for Penn State. It's so funny, too, because there are so many Penn State fans in Pennsylvania, naturally. That is the football program in the state, and that's coming from me. And I went to Temple University, but also a lot of Catholics and a lot of Irish people in Pennsylvania. And so the 2 most popular programs in the state are Penn State and Notre Dame, especially if you go to a place like North Philly or Northeast Philly, really anywhere across Philadelphia. It's kind of Catholics versus convicts, but a little bit of a different spin on it. Go Birds saying Penn State. French fries, Penn State. John Galt said PSU over Delaware over Temple. Kai Ballin, I'm from Philly, Upper Darby area, so I'm, of course, choosing Penn State. But you'd be surprised. A lot of Notre Dame fans across the state. Tyler Sperry, $5 super chat. I'm an Eagles fan, but it's... Okay, let's see here. I'm an Eagles fan, but it's funny. Yeah, hold on. I'm an Eagles fan, but it's funny. 2 high school tight ends go at it. Oh, two high school teams go at it. No Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, or DeVonta Smith. Okay. Tyler Sperry, don't call him Jack Sperry, with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my brother. Yeah, look, I think Tanner McKee's going to be able to lift Philadelphia to a win. And then the King Dylan, $5 super chat. Weird prediction here, but I think the Texas quarterback goes down with an injury, and Manning comes in and takes Texas to the chip versus Penn State. I do think one of the weak links on that Texas team is Quinn Ewers. He's way too up and down Jekyll and Hyde. Under 9 minutes to go until this game gets underway, by the way. Next $50 super chat, Chip and Brett, they have to take down some Jello shots. I already took down 3. In the meantime, let's get to our Venmo 50-50 race. Here's how it works. Send me a Venmo at Chase_Senior. It is a $10 buy-in to be a part of the 50-50 raffle. And if you send in a $10 super chat, you get 1 wheel spin. If you send in a $20 Venmo, you get 3 wheel spins. And that's just an opportunity for you to win more ducks. And so after the game, we will have a virtual duck race. And that's what those ducks mean. So let me make a deal with the people here. Anybody who sends in a $20 Venmo right now prior to this game getting started, the maximum amount of ducks that you can win is what? What's the largest? 10? So the largest that you can win is 30 ducks. Whoever sends in a $20 Venmo right now in the lead up to the game, 7.5 minutes to go, we're going to give you 40 ducks for the $20 that you send in. 40 ducks for the $20 that you send in instead of the 3 wheel spins. The max would be 30 ducks. We're going to give you 40 if you send in a $20 Venmo. Let's get it. At Chase_Senior is the username. I want somebody to get rich today. Last week, we gave away like $180, if I'm not mistaken, to the winner. And so let's run it up once again. Also, thank you to all of the real ones, all of the legends, for supporting us and subscribing to Philadelphia Eagles Now. 2 days ago, Eagles Now able to surpass 97,000 subscribers. It's always been my goal this year to get the channel to 100K. Let's shoot for 98K here today. And then it's a realistic scenario that by the time that the Eagles play in that wild card game, hopefully we can celebrate an Eagles playoff win and the channel getting that silver plaque from YouTube. Jeff Ham, LFG Bird, stay healthy. John Galt, like and subscribe, you lurker fraud. Smash the like button. You already know. We're at 173 in Super Chats. Where's Giants Now at? Tyler Sperry with another 2. Sorry about the spelling. Eye surgery. No worries, man. We just appreciate you supporting the program, my brother. So I saw Purple Rose check in with the $20 Venmo. Kelly checked in with the $20 Venmo. Captain Dale, $20. And Lori with 20. So look at that. That's 80 already. And on a $10 buy-in, winner comes away with 40. At Chase_Senior, $20 Venmo will give you 40 ducks before this game gets started. Still down to Giants Now. We can change that with a couple of big-time Super Chats. Giants Now at 315. Their season's over after this week. They're going to have one of the top picks in the NFL draft. We got something to play for here. We got Tanner McKee slinging the rock, and we have a Ron Jaworski signed mini helmet to give away. 315 to 173, and again, another 50. We got Chip and Brett taking down some Jello shots here.
And you know what? Brett's sitting here right next to me, and he's been in my ear for like 5 minutes now. Won't stop bugging me saying, I need to take that Jello shot, man. He's itching to take the Jello shot. Itching for it.
And I will say, if the Eagles fans want to see a diehard Patriots fan do some Eagles things.
All right, how about
I
this?
have a price.
Yeah, how about this? So, $50 Super Chat. The Patriots fan has to come on, take a Jello shot down, and then we have to sing Fly, Eagles, Fly.
Let's go.
But it has to happen before the game. 4.5 minutes to go, $50 Super Chat. Patriots fan has to take down a Jello shot and has to sing Fly, Eagles, Fly. I need to see this happen because we'll never forget about Super Bowl 52. Come on now. And we'll never forget about Super Bowl 39. Never forget. Yeah, so let's get you caught up on our Venmo duck race here. Let's see what we have. All right, we had 20 come in from Purple Rose. That's 40 ducks. We had 20 come in from Kelly Knock, 40 more ducks. Captain Delberto with the 20. 40 for him. Lori Papas, 20. Trayson Wassley, 20. So 40 ducks for him as well. Yeah, that's Ahling. Ahling. And then Patrick Guidry, Guidry. All 20s. So just like that, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. On a $10 buy-in, winner already comes away with 60. And look at this. Oh! Dennis Designs making it rain. Oh! Oh! E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! 3 straight 50s coming in from Dennis, Gunfox, Ahling. Dennis Design said, do it, man, and nobody likes us. We can do that for sure. Dennis making it rain. Gunfox making it rain as well. And Gunfox said, cue to the Jello shot and the song, let's do this. And then Ahling with the 50. There's Gunfox's, by the way. And then Ahling, LFG Birds. Sing it, Pats fan. All right, under 2 minutes to go until this game gets started. So get yourself some Jello shots here. Albert, you can just walk right behind me. Uh-oh. We're not done yet? Oh! The King Dylan, a 60. Now we're overtaking New York Giants now. We're up to 383. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. All right, so Patriots fan, going to take down some Jello shots and sing Fly, Eagles, Fly. That is legendary right there. Let me pull up the song lyrics because we know it, but Patriots fan doesn't.
Love this. This is going to be beautiful. Shout out the people.
All right, got the Jello shots. All right, here we go. Patriots fan comes on. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Look how miserable he is. All right, whatever flavor you want to take down the Jello shot. Orange. Yeah, orange is the strongest one. So let's get it. Thanks to Avery for the Jello shots. Kind enough to make these for the crew here today. That was quick. Good sport. All right, Dennis also wants no one likes us, we don't care. No one likes us. No one likes us. No one likes us, we don't care. We're from Philly, fucking Philly. No one likes us, we don't care. No one likes us. No one likes us. No one likes us, we don't care. We're the Eagles, the fucking Eagles. No one likes us. We don't care. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! All right, that was awesome. A mad dash of $50 super chats. Rapid fire coming through. That was incredible. And since we got all the way up to 388, I feel like it's only right that we take down a little beer bong here on the show. Game is about to get underway from Lincoln Financial Field. Eagles in the all black here today. Saquon Barkley unfortunately not playing, but I can't wait to watch Tanner McKee play ball today. Yes, although Kenny Pickett played well. Olling, the most lit pregame ever. Can you imagine what we're going to do for the first round of the playoffs? We might go live an hour and a half or 2 hours before the game. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
I got to take my Jello shot
Yeah,
here.
Chip's got to take his Jello shot.
Oh, you got me the orange. It's funny.
Blue right over here.
No, I like the orange. Oh, figure it out, Smitty. Come on, beast. No, which is worrisome.
It's not the local game, right?
No, the local game is Washington, Dallas.
All right, let's see here. Is there a little bit of a delay in action?
Could you go see if Jack can get in there and help him figure it out? They should be in B. Yeah, but Jack is probably in the regular bullpen. Have him try to help him figure it out.
Let's see.
Could you imagine our Sunday ticket is cooked?
That would suck.
Yeah, everyone's having the same issue.
Oh, boy. Even our game mix isn't working. Huh.
At the very least, yeah, it's happening across the board.
Let's see here. Is anybody who watches NFL Sunday Ticket having issues with their Sunday Ticket working?
The local game is
We
working.
got Panthers Falcons on. That's not the one that we want.
No. I have a login for CBS, so you could stream it from your laptop, if worst case.
Okay. Let's see here.
In the meantime,
if you're ready for this game to get underway, hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. All right, let's see here. Trying to troubleshoot this. RIP crack streams. That doesn't work any longer. 700 people watching. Now up to 900 people watching live. Bryce Huff starting this game for the Eagles. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Chip, you got that, hold on, I might be able to get this here. How can we even watch? Crack streams, RIP. Yeah, hella pop-ups.
Marshall had worked on DirecTV on his laptop.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 2nd and 4 for the Giants. Handoff going to go up the middle, minimal gain. That'll bring up a 3rd down. And so type those 3s in the chat. Eagles starters not playing, but Vic Fangio still calling the defense here. Eagles 10th against the rush, 1st against the pass, 1st overall defense in the National Football League. It's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Type those 3s. Bryce Huff, Jalix Hunt, the starting defensive ends. Malik Neighbors in motion. Giants run it up the middle, and it's a 1st down. Singletary only needed a couple. He got about 4 or 5. 1st down, Giants. You had Neighbors in motion from right to left. Little eye candy there, and then the Giants just run it up the gut. Keely Ringo, Oren Burks on the tackle. 106 rushing attempts for 415 yards this year for Singletary. Lock in the shotgun, ball at the 33. He's going to drop back to throw it. Checks it down over the middle. Pass is complete. Wan'Dale Robinson with Jeremiah Trotter Jr. making the tackle. Now, of course, a wonderful opportunity here today for some of these young players to get run, get experience, and put some plays on tape. Second and 4 for the Giants. Lock, handoff up the middle, and shooting into the backfield to make the tackle to force a 3rd down is the Eagles. I'm not sure who was in on that play, but the defensive lineman got into the backfield very quickly. Stream East. The Giants last week, when they had a scoring bonanza, 7 of 13 on 3rd downs. 3 rushes, 2 passes, 19-yard drive for the Giants so far. They'll run it here on this 3rd and 4, and it's another 1st down picked up for the Giants, as it was Tracy who displayed some patience with his vision. Giants move the chains. Yeah, probably just go scoreboard. First and 10 Giants. They continue to go on their march. Opening drive of the ball game. Giants in all white, Eagles in all black. And going to be a false start on New York. Back them up. Back them up. Saquon not even in uniform. He's just in a jacket on the sideline today against his former team. Earlier this year, that was the Eagles' 2nd win during their 10-game winning streak. He ran wild against the Giants. Screen pass, Jordan Davis going to get out to his left, make the tackle on Robinson. That's 6'6", 340, showing some quickness right there. It's 2nd and 14. Lock under center. Ball at the Giants' 44. Giants will run it again. Tracy tried to slip out of a tackle, but wrapped up by Jeremiah Trotter Jr. That'll bring up a 3rd and long. Type those threes. Type those threes. A 3rd and long coming up. The Giants 2 for 2 on 3rd down so far in this game. Both in short yardage situations. This one, a 3rd and 12. Type those threes. Lock, empty set. 3 receivers to the right. 1 to the left. A tight end to the right of the right tackle. Lock throws it into the flat. Eagles defense will converge. Big hit by Isaiah Rodgers right around midfield. And you have to imagine the Giants are going to punt on this 4th and long. Eagles defense doesn't give up any explosives there. Giants able to eat up a lot of clock, but not pick up a lot of yards. Going to go down as nearly a 6-minute drive. And on this 4th and 7, Giants offense stays on the field. Fans on their feet. Lock in the gun. 2 receivers and a tight end to the left. 1 receiver to the right. Ball at the Eagles 49. Giants need to get to the 42. Play clock at 15. Will Lock snap it? He does. Drops back to throw it. Looks left. Fires left. Pass. Broken up by Keely Ringo. Nearly intercepted. Intended for Darius Slayton. And the Eagles will take over with phenomenal field position. Tanner McKee going to get the rock at midfield. Type LFG. 1,200 people watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. Elsewhere across the NFL, Trey Lance with a 31-yard strike on the opening drive of the game for Dallas on a 3rd and 6. Dallas is marching. And we missed this. Vince Sanders making it rain. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Vince Sanders has been a huge super chatter over the last couple of weeks. And Vince, we really appreciate your efforts. Let's get the party started. Let's get the party started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Yeah.
And you know what?
This is happening for every single person. Is it like a nationwide issue?
I don't know. I haven't taken the time to look at that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But for that 50, Vince, I was already supposed to do this anyways, and then, we ran into these issues, and I forgot. Here it is, the Jello shot. I did not forget.
Jello shot for a 50 from Vince. Chip's going to take it down.
Did not forget. Cowboys field goal. All right, early lead for Dallas. Again, shout out to Vince. Shout out to King Dylan, Alling, Gunfox, Dennis. Everyone who sent in those 50s.
I sent out a tweet. Is DirecTV NFL Sunday Ticket down for other people? Or is Chat Sports just getting shadow banned? To what?
All right, here we go.
All right. So Tanner McKee going to take over around midfield. Let's see what Philadelphia can do here. Expect a heavy workload on the ground for Kenneth Gainwell. He'll be RB1. Expect Jahan Dotson to be wide receiver 1. And then on top of that, Johnny Wilson and Nia Smith, Grant Calcaterra are going to get a lot of tick. McKee, play action, rolls to his right. He's on the move. He throws, pass caught. First down, Dallas Goedert, welcome back. And a good throw from McKee as he slipped it right past the defender. It was Brian Burns who dropped back in coverage, and what a throw from McKee. right over the back shoulder of Burns, who is getting downfield. 1st and 10 Eagles, type those ones. 8:20 and counting here in the first. Eagles already have the ball at the 35. Gainwell gets the carry, runs ahead. That's a solid pickup of about 4. Yeah, if you want to. Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, that works. I mean, yeah, whatever we got to do. 2nd and 7, so they give Gainwell 3. Pistol set. Anaya Smith in motion. High snap for McKee. He's going to throw it. Steps up. Throws a strike. It's caught by Goedert again. Inside the 15 to the 14. Type those ones. Goedert looking good coming off that knee injury. He's missed a lot of time this year. Went on IR with that knee. Hamstring earlier this year. But it's good to get him some tick to get ready for the playoffs as well, as he's missed the last 4 weeks. Despite missing that time, 38 catches, 441 yards. Ball at the 15. 3 receivers to the right. Wilson in motion. Pistol set. McKee fakes the handoff to Gainwell. Rolls to his left. Throws. Pass. Caught. Anaya Smith. Touchdown. Eagles. A 51-yard opening drive in which McKee was perfect. So the Eagles defense gets the stop on 4th down, and then McKee playing point guard, dropping a couple of dimes, and Anaya Smith should have his first career touchdown. He caught it right here, and then I think he twisted just enough to get past the goal line. The line official had a perfect view of it. Play is going to stand. 51-yard drive in 2:01. 1 rush, 3 passes. And here comes Jake Elliott for the extra point. Make it 7 points. Tanner McKee can ball. Show us the TDs. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Who's showing us the TDs in the chat, by the way?
Let's go.
Where's Maggie McGill? Is Maggie McGill showing us the TDs? I see Kimberly Dan Weber, Peter Thurman typing LFG, Lori Papas, MP 123, Jen Williamson, Shay Duggar, Al Gibbons saying the Eagles. A1 Eagles fan saying touchdown. A1 sent me an email, by the way. He was at the game a couple of weeks ago. Pretty electric. So what, McKee on that drive, 3 of 3, right? All right, so I put the Anaya Smith touchdown on my X page. For those of you who are unable to see the game, or if you just want to support me and get a shout out here on the show, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Whoever gives me a retweet, I'm giving you a shout out here on the program. Now, we are at $452 in Super Chat so far. Our goal is always to get every live show to at least 1,000 in Supers. Can we get the 50 or 450 before the end of the first quarter? We are $48 away from that number. And I do have to add some real ones onto the football. I will do that. Haven't forgotten. We'll do it when I have a moment. All Super Chats get a shout out. $10, you get 5 raffle tickets. 20, you get to sign the ball and get 10 tickets. We've been doing this the whole time. 50 for a beer bong or a Jell-O shot. MVP gets a signed Ron Jaworski mini helmet. The number to beat, only $50. We have like a 6-way tie right now. Braden Mann, he's handling kicking duties again. They probably want to save Jake Elliott's leg. He kicks it out of bounds. This was a problem against Washington. Maggie McGill, there she is. I'm here. Volunteer work never takes a break. Go Birds. Cheers, boys. And that only means good karma for you if you're doing a bunch of volunteer work. So Giants take over after the kick went out of bounds all the way at the 40. Eagles with the little defensive line shift. Lock. Gonna hand it off to Tracy. I'll tell you what, Chip. You know who's made some impressive plays early? Axeman Jr. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. And I'm not just saying that because you're a Clemson grad. But we're going to see Trotter today. We're going to see Will Shipley today. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. has some really good instincts. Lisa Chipper, $20 super chat. Oh! Vince Sanders, a $200 super chat. As Locke, quick bubble screen to the outside, dropped by Malik Neighbors. It's a 3rd and 9. Type those threes. Vince Sanders. That's the number to beat for the Ron Jaworski helmet, and I'm not sure that number's getting beat here today. 3rd and 9. Ball at the Giants 41. G-men spread it out. Eagles with 4 up front. Will Trotter blitz as well? They only rush 4. Giants run it. Tracy taken down. Minimal pickup. Giants will have to punt it again. The good entertainment value about today is that Kenny Pickett is active, but you don't want to play him because you don't want your backup quarterback getting hurt. And so I think we're going to see a legitimate quarterback play the entire game in Tanner McKee. Why would you play Ian Book? To say thank you? No, you play Tanner McKee to streamline his development. And he's under contract the next 2 years. He could be the backup for this team next year. Although Kenny Pickett's under contract too, I believe. Cooper DeJean is active, but Jahan Dotson is back to receive the punt. And an end-over-end kick taken at the 13 by Dotson. Over 5 to go in the first. Birds up 7-0. Tanner McKee to Anais Smith. And yeah, let's take a look at Kenny Pickett's contract here. He was a first-round pick, but the Eagles are not going to exercise his 5th-year option. And so he's an unrestricted free agent in 2027. And you saw how Kenny Pickett played last week with the whole week of preparation against a Dallas team that had won 4 of 5. This is what smart teams do. You invest resources in the quarterback position. Pickett's affordable. You saw that he can run this system. Tanner McKee is affordable. He might be better than Pickett. And here's Vince Sanders making it rain, saying, "Go Birds." By the way, shout outs to all of the retweets on the Anais Smith touchdown to Ethan Weiss, Dan, DJ, the King Dylan, Kane Angel, Andy, Austin, and the funny guy, Andrew Nathan. Andrew, I got to give you a follow back, man. Sorry that I didn't do it sooner. Sometimes the Twitter mentions can be a mess, but you're a legend, and thanks for all the funny tweets that you send myself and Chip. We always laugh about them here at the studio. We're not laughing about the Eagles winning the NFC East. Second time in 3 years. Birds since the turn of the century in 2000, the most divisional titles. And if you want to get the gear that the players were wearing, you can find it here. Chatsports.com/NFC East Champs, PHI. My boy Alper going to put that link into the chat right now. And that's all thanks to our friends at Fanatics. Hats, shirts, sweatshirts. If you want to get an Eagles jersey for this playoff run, you can also find jerseys utilizing that link down below as well. Giant T, what are you watching the game on? So you know what's funny? We have DirecTV Sunday Ticket, and here at Chat Sports, we probably have, 25 televisions in all of our different studios. It's not working on any of them. So we're streaming it via the internet and watching it that way. The national game of the week is Falcons, Panthers. That's at least regionally here. Fabian, $2, go Birds. Maggie McGill putting in that volunteer work. Lisa Chipper, fly Eagles fly, go Birds. Brian Weaver always dropping some good sports nuggets here. 1998 let Terrell Davis get 2,000 yards. Yeah, Mike Shanahan played him. McKee gonna roll out. He hits Goedert in the flat. Goedert gonna rumble downfield for a pickup of 12 or 13 yards. Goedert is having an awesome game so far. Knee injury has kept him out the last 4 games, but McKee and him have a great connection working, and it's good to see Goedert shake off some rest to get ready for the playoffs here. I imagine if he gets some earlier run, you take him out. Already 3 targets, 3 catches for 45 yards. McKee has 7 career completions, 3 for passing touchdowns. Gainwell. Handoff fake to him. McKee going to throw it downfield. Incomplete, intended for Johnny Wilson. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. You know, my issue with Wilson in the pre-draft, he's the tallest wide receiver in the league at 6'6". It was good to use a late-round pick on him because he clearly has ability and size, and if you can develop that, he could turn into an intriguing player. But at Florida State, I thought he played a little bit smaller than he is. You kind of see that from time to time at the NFL level. If you're a center, you can't play like a guard in football or in basketball. Same thing applies in football. 2nd and 10. McKee, handoff. Gainwell tries to spin off a man, but he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. And I like this scenario for McKee. Test him a little bit. It's 3rd and 10. See what he can do. Eagles 6 of 13 on 3rd down last week. I'm pretty sure McKee's first touchdown pass to A.J. Brown was on a 3rd down. Empty set for McKee. He's going to throw it. Pass caught. Dotson. And he's about a yard shy. I would go for it. It's 4th down. I would go for it. And McKee's a quarterback who's tall. 6'5", 6'6". Have him run the brotherly shove. You can also work on scenarios here. The Eagles' offensive line looking at the sideline. They're saying, let's go, Nick. Let's go. A.J. Brown saying, let's go. Play clock at 20. McKee's just entering the huddle. They break the huddle with 15 to go on the play clock. They hurry up to the line. Eagles 18 of 25 on 4th downs this year, and they get the Giants to jump off sides. Automatic 1st down. Fans go nuts. A.J. Brown goes crazy. Encroachment on New York. We'll take the freebie. Type those ones. It was Drew Phillips who jumped off sides. New poll question. Should I do a shotgun for the $200 Vince Sanders super chat? Gainwell going to try to navigate, maintains balance for a moment, then loses it. He picked up 1 or 2 yards. Get those votes into the poll. 47 votes already. My goodness. Do I have to do a shotgun for the $200 Vince Sanders super chat? Anaya Smith in motion from left to right. Giants blitz. McKee picks it up, dumps it off underneath to Jahan Dotson, and that's another Eagles first down on 2nd and 8. Quick recognition from McKee. He knew that pressure was coming, and it was man on man. Dotson won it. And what's impressive about what the Eagles are doing right now, they are dominating the Giants with backups against their starters. Dotson this year, 12 catches for 122 yards. If you took the under for his receiving yards this year, you won that one by a mile. McKee, play action, rolls to his right, surveys the field, dumps it down for Goedert, bad throw. He threw it behind him. First miss of the day for McKee. He had one incompletion earlier to Wilson, but that one was actually a bad throw. He threw it behind Goedert there. Second and 10. Ball at the Giants 44. Gainwell, another carry. We have not seen Shipley yet, and he'll cut that in half. It's going to be 3rd and medium. McKee in the gun. Smith, Wilson, Dotson to the right. Goedert to the left. Gainwell gonna get the carry. He'll fight and claw, but only gets 2 yards. It'll be 4th and short. Minute to go here in the first. Fourth and 3, Eagles are gonna go. McKee in the gun. 3 receivers to the right. Hard count. Now he looks to the sideline. Gonna change things. Goedert now flexes out wide to the left near side. McKee takes the shotgun snap. He throws underneath. Goedert, pass caught inside the 30. Eagles on this drive alone, 2 of 2 on 4th downs. First down, Eagles, tight those ones. And that's going to take us to the second quarter. Giant T, who is my favorite current and all-time NFL player? Good question. Eagles don't have to snap it. They won't, and we're headed to the second. Type those 2s in the chat. Favorite current and all-time favorite player. So all-time is easily Brian Dawkins. You know, Brian Dawkins is the background on my phone, and honestly, he's been the background on my phone maybe since like 2012. It's been a long time. I've never changed it. He identifies how to attack life, how to attack football, and how to have the right mentality in all facets of life. I just love the way that number 20 played. I got his full authentic jersey when I was a kid. Shout out to Reebok when Reebok was the sponsor of the NFL jerseys. We've come a long way. And he was just incredible to watch every single Sunday. I wish he could have gotten a Super Bowl, but he was part of an Eagles team that made it to 4 straight NFC titles in the early 2000s, lost Super Bowl 39 to the Patriots, should have never went to the Denver Broncos. The fact that the Eagles didn't allow him to play out the remainder of his career with that team, it's a crime. because he actually went to Denver and played pretty well. And that was at a time when Denver kind of didn't need a player like that. He was there from 2009 to 2012. And he was a Pro Bowler in 09 and 11. Member of the 2000s All-Decade team. Already a member of the Eagles Hall of Fame. A 4-time first-team All-Pro. He was a second-team All-Pro in 2009, his first year with Denver. So he was still playing at a high level for the Broncos. And then he suffered that neck injury, which kind of ended his career. I don't want to say prematurely because he still played for a very long time, 96 to 2012, but special player. So that's my favorite player of all time. My second favorite player of all time is Jason Kelce. My favorite player right now, I might have to go Lane Johnson. You know, I feel like I can't say Saquon because he's only been an Eagle for 1 year. If I were to go favorite player outside of the Eagles right now, it would be Fred Warner. If you love watching the game of football, just watch 54. He's always around the ball. Consummate pro, great leader. And so when I watch Niner games, sometimes I don't even watch the ball. I just watch 54 roam. But on this current Eagles team, Lane Johnson would be my favorite player. A.J. Brown's up there. I know Chip loves DeVonta Smith. Gotta love Saquon, love Jalen Hurts. Good question. Good question. All right, 1st and 10 to start this second quarter. Eagles are driving 2 of 2 on 4th downs. Anaya Smith in motion. McKee looks left, pumps, throws, arcs one over the head of Gainwell on the wheel route. Sticky coverage there by Johnson, the linebacker, who was in quick pursuit of Gainwell as he leaked out of the backfield. And you know what happened? The timing was kind of thrown off because Gainwell tripped a little bit. If he doesn't trip, that's another perfect throw. But McKee kind of pumped because he didn't see Gainwell. He was kind of hidden among the offensive linemen. So 2nd and 10. McKee on this drive, 4 of 7, 44 yards. Ball at the 27. McKee pointing out the defensive tendencies. Takes the shotgun snap. He's going to throw it again. Looks left, fires left, underneath, pass caught. And that'll make it about a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. It was Johnny Wilson, the rookie, on the grab. Third down, and as we know, could be 4-down territory for the Eagles. They've already gone for it on 4th down twice this drive. Saquon, a little cup of coffee on the sideline. Ball at the 21. Need to get just inside the 18. Empty set for McKee. Stacks to the left, 3 to the right. McKee rolls right, throws. Oh, no. Passes dropped by Goedert. He was open. I'd go for it again. But I think Jake Elliott's going to get a rep here, kick the field goal. Goedert knows he should have had that. The play was there. Straight up drop. Now, the ball placement was right here as Goedert was moving to his left, but Goedert's one of the top tight ends in the league. He'll tell you should have grabbed that. So Elliott comes out for the field goal here. Going to be 39 yards from the left hash. And the kick is no good. Very windy day at the link, and he misses left. Not ideal with the playoffs starting next week to have any kicker questions.
Absolutely brutal. Get those Fs in the chat. Jake Elliott continues to struggle this season, man.
Is he washed? Would you say he's washed?
See, it's been so up and down. Like, he's had struggles, and he comes back the next game, he kicks well. Washington, he misses a 50-yarder earlier, then hits the 50-yarder that put the Eagles ahead that should have won him the ball game. So
he's not the same 61-yard game winners.
Yeah, I also will say that the wind was kind of howling there, and it's cold. But from 39 yards, not a kick you should miss.
Gotta hit that. King Dylan with the 5. The Eagles score more than 20. I'm going to buy a Tanner McKee jersey. Well, they should have 10 right now. Wasn't for Jake Elliott. Miss Maggie Mayflies, greetings from their frozen Midwest. Go Birds. Hope we don't have to play Green Bay. My big sis is a Green Bay fan. It's more fun when we team up against the Chiefs fan. Well, right now, what's the score that
They're down.
the Commanders game? Commanders are losing?
Yeah, 3-0.
Okay.
So Mrs. Maggie Mayflies from the frozen Midwest. Go Birds. Do hope that we don't have to play Green Bay. My big sis, Green Bay fan. More fun when we team up against the Chiefs fan. Yeah. And I don't think the Chiefs get bounced. I really don't, because either Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, or another team in the AFC is going to have to go to Arrowhead and win. And that Chiefs defense really good. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, so clutch. Kenneth Jackson, $2 super chat. Thank you for the 2. Is that it?
Yep.
All right.
So right now, Packers are losing and Commanders losing. If they both lose, we still play the Packers.
Still stays as such.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's
But
where
you
we're
have
at
the
right
Trey
now.
Lance-led Cowboys against the Commanders, and the Cowboys beat the Commanders earlier this year. That game was nuts. You know, it was pretty slow and sluggish throughout that game, and then in the last, 5 minutes, all those points were scored. Dallas won. And then you have the Bears trying to spoil it for Green Bay and take them down for the first time in a long time. That game at Lambeau. Jordan Davis still in the game, along with Milton Williams here. Lock, play action. He's going to throw this screen, and there's JD. Jordan Davis broke free through the line. That'll be registered as a TFL for the big guy. Second and negative here for New York. Man, Jordan Davis looking good in this game. And it's kind of good to see him playing like this when Jalen Carter isn't on the field, because then you can really see what number 90 is capable of. Goes for a loss of 5. Lock looks right, throws right to Malik Neighbors. Ball was a little bit inside, but the Eagles didn't break on it with Devontae Maddox in coverage. It's third down. Type those threes. Type those threes. 3 targets to Neighbors, 2 catches, 12 yards. It's 3rd and 9. Giant T, Carlos Barnett, Reginald, Cora, try and die Gaiman. Type in those threes. 4-man front for the Eagles. Kind of a wide 9. You saw that a lot under Jim Schwartz. Eagles send 4. Clean pocket for a Lock. Throws it to Robinson. Tackled short. Avonte Maddox with the tackle at the 36. And I think the Giants are going to punt 4th and 3. Oren Burks, Keely Ringo, Avonte Maddox all around the ball. That's one thing that you love to see this year compared to last year. Everybody flies to the ball. And that old school mentality for Fangio, it works in Philadelphia. May have not worked in Miami. That's fine. We'll take it. Fake punt for the Giants. They're going to try to run it, and they pick it up. It was a direct snap where they run it to the outside. It was hat on hat as far as blockers pulling to that right side. But the Giants successful on that fake punt. I'm looking at the poll question in the chat, by the way. 82% yes, you got to take down that shotgun. I will do that for Vince. Giant T, how do you feel about the Lions injury report regarding us? I feel good about it. I think that the Eagles could beat Detroit. Giants gonna run it. Solid run there. Eric Gray. Gain of 6 or 7. Jeremiah Trotter Jr., another tackle. Jimmy said Shakira's the background on my phone. All right, Shakira. 2nd and 4. John Dasher, we need to run more. I like the balance so far. Tracy the tailback, 2nd and 4. Giants run it up the middle. Eagles defense stands tall. It'll be 3rd and about 2.5 or 3. Tyrone Tracy, the 3rd most rushing yards among rookies this year. Not quite a Saquon Barkley replacement. Played his college football at Iowa and Purdue, but a good rookie year for him. 3rd and 2. Type those threes. Lock in the gun. Trips right. Tracy, flanking lock. Handoff goes to Tracy. Stop short. Bryce Huff, Oren Burks with the stop. Brett Alper making the point here to my right. That type of play call probably means that it's 4-down territory. And it does make sense. Short yardage. You run it on 3rd and 4th down. It's 4th and 1. Eagles already have a 4th down stop in this game. That led to the opening touchdown drive for McKee to Anaya Smith. 51 yards. Ball spotted at the Eagles 45. Lock under center. Man in motion. Giants try to run it. Oh, Tracy able to maintain his footing after he nearly got taken down in the backfield. And that's a good run by, check that, Singletary, not Tracy, as the Giants kind of going with the 3-headed attack here. Who came through? Jeremiah Trotter Jr., he made the play, he read it, just couldn't finish the play. Probably should have made that tackle. But Singletary is not a bad back. Wild strategy to replace Saquon with him, but he picks up the 1st down there. Lock, another handoff. Singletary cuts up field, gain of a few. Chip, let's go to the sub count here if we could. We're closing in on 98,000 subs, 703 people away. The goal is to get that silver plaque from YouTube this season. So if you want Eagles shows every single day year round, and with the playoffs starting next weekend, coverage this week is going to be bringing it. 701 away from 97,300. Sub for Eagles dubs. Year-round coverage, daily coverage of the Birds, long-form content, short-form content, live shows, watch parties. Anytime I'm on this microphone in front of this camera, as a lifelong Eagles fan, want to give you coverage that is insightful, informative, entertaining, thought-provoking, that involves you, where you have a voice. It's 3rd and 4, thanks to the real ones who hit that sub button. Let's get the 98K today. Lock under center, lone tailback, man in motion. Giants run it, 8th straight run. Jordan Davis another tackle. And Brian Dable has another decision to make on 4th down. Given the wind, a long field goal in these conditions, very difficult. And so I think that's partially factored into why we've seen New York and Philly go for a handful of 4th downs already. Approaching 7 to go in the 2nd quarter. Robinson in motion from left to right. Giants matriculating right to left down the field. Thought there was a false start on New York. No flags. Lock. He's going to take a deep shot downfield. Big hit by Sidney Brown coming over from the safety spot. Friendly fire as he laid a huge monster hit to dislodge that football. You hope Isaiah Rodgers is okay, but you love the range there from Sidney Brown. The deep safety who came all the way over from about the hash marker. The throw was a little bit inside, but if Brown doesn't come over to break that pass up, it could have been a reception for Malik Neighbors. Instead, Eagles take over on downs. Eagles ball, type LFG. All right. Vince Sanders, I owe you the shotgun, my brother. Vince Sanders also said subs unite. And Vince, by the way, Have you sent in your email yet? Let's see. Vince, can you send me an email, chase@chatsports.com? Chip, sorry about that. Just want to pop that up on the screen before I forget. Chase@chatsports.com. Vince, send me an email there, because if you do end up winning that Ron Jaworski signed mini helmet, want to be able to send it to you. Our Super Chat battle is an epic one, by the way. We have a close game on the field and a close battle inside the walls of Chat Sports. Giants now. They were leading. We took the lead. They have now regained the lead. $736 to $696 here on Eagles Now. Another 50. What are you willing to do, Alper? Another Jello shot for 50? What does it take for you to do a shotgun? Have you ever done a shotgun before? You went to Kentucky. You've done a shotgun.
Kentucky, and I grew up in Philly's country, or Eagles country. I'm from Delaware.
Yeah, Brett is from Delaware. All right, how about this? How about a $50 super chat? Patriots fan has to shotgun. Patriots fan has to shotgun for a 50. We'll keep that deal in place over the next 5 minutes. How much money for a boot? 3 beers, 1 boot. A1 Eagles fan, how much money for a boot? $100 super chat. Brett will do a boot. 3 beers, 1 boot. I already have my boot here. We're $4 away from getting to 700. Once we get there, I'll do another shambong. But I do have to do this shotgun for Vince Sanders. John Galt. Alper has been to Deer Park Tavern. High snap over the head of McKee. He's going to recover it, but there was a little scramble for the football. Spoils the start of this drive. Nick Gates is the starting center. It's also very hard to snap it over the head of McKee, given that he's like 6'5", 6'6". So just a bad snap there in general. And it's unfortunate because Will Shipley was on the field for the first time. A loss of 14. 2nd and 24. Smith in motion. McKee will throw it. Pumps, fires, pass, caught. Wilson gets to the 30. Still going to be 3rd and forever. Liberty's mom, I just subscribed. Thank you. I'll shotgun after this play. 3rd and 15. What I don't want to see is an RB draw. Get aggressive here. Looks like the Eagles might do that. Empty set, but now Will Shipley comes into the backfield. Maybe that's for pass protection purposes. Giants, 4-man front. They send 4. McKee, he's going to launch. He throws, pass caught! First down, Dotson! Oh! Dennis Designs! $100 super chat. That's going to be a boot for Alper. Ball at the 49. I'll shotgun and give you a jello shot there, Dennis. McKee in the shotgun. I said I'd do this after that play, but that was electric. McKee, 10 of 14. Good touch on that throw toward the boundary. McKee looks left. Comes back to his right. Throws. Passes caught there by Calcaterra. Cheers. This is for Vince. Shotgun for Vince. Shotguns are my specialty. Ball at the 44. Eagles run it. Shipley carries the pile for a first down. He might not be tall in stature. He's strong with the lower half. First down, Eagles. John Galt, all this game is missing is Tim Timme. Dude, I haven't heard from Tim Timme in a while. I don't think we heard from him last year much. This year, not at all. Tim Timme, where you at? Ball at the 39.5. Pistol formation. 2 receivers to their right. And this one's blown dead. Eagles call a timeout. Eagles couldn't get set, so Sirianni called that timeout with 3:45 to go. Dennis Design said boots for everyone. You want to get your boot ready? All right. Alpert's going to go get his boot. Dennis Designs. I'll give you a little Jell-O shot here. This one's pink.
Shout out to Dennis getting us to 801 in Supers, putting us back in the lead.
Back leading Giants now. $801 in Supers. And Dennis, I'll give you a little shambong as well for the big time Super.
If we get another 50 that comes in before the end of this half, I will do another Jell-O shot as well.
All right, we got a Jell-O shot right here for Chip. He'll do that for another 50. Space Galaxy. Chip, he is a first-time Super Chatter. E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles. Who gets the ball second half? Eagles get the ball to start the third. Football JSF Scott Chase, do you think Saquon will come in after halftime? No chance. He is not even in uniform today. Here's our Super Chat menu. All Super Chats get a shout out. $10 or more, you get 5 football raffle tickets. $20, you get to sign the ball, you get 10 tickets. $50, beer bong or a Jell-O shot. And the number to beat for our Ron Jaworski signed mini helmet, $200 from Vince. This one's for Dennis. Cheers.
Shout out, Dennis. Let's go.
Kevin McRae. Hello, Chase. Will we see Hurts in the playoffs? I do believe that Hurts is going to clear concussion protocol to start the week. I watched a video from Pro Football Doc, Dr. David Chow, friend of the show. We've had him on before. And he said he thinks the Eagles are just being very cautious about this. And that certainly makes a lot of sense. Because if Hurts were to suffer another concussion, he'd be out a month. That's the whole playoff run right there. So, miss the 2 games. Come back for the first round. Start practicing early next week. Eagles just being extremely conservative. Carlos Barnett, $2. Fly Eagles fly. Gets us past 800. First and 10 for the Eagles. You can just put it right here if you want. Yeah, halftime beer boot coming up. Ball at the 39. Pistol set. McKee. Play action. Man in his face. Still lets it go, but because the man was in his grill, the throw is short for Johnny Wilson. 2nd and 10. Oh! There's the Chip Jell-O shot. Here you go, Chip. Chip Jell-O shot for the 50. Vince Sanders continues his legendary run. Oh, no. Jordan Love injured his throwing hand. Interesting. McKee steps up in the pocket, delivers a strike to Shipley out of the backfield as he went through his progressions. There is a flag on the play. Let's see what it is. Great job by McKee to climb the pocket there as it was deteriorating around him. Now the official pointed toward the defense. Let's hope that's what it is. Offside on the defense. Penalty declined. That's a good rep for McKee. A good catch and rep for Will Shipley. Christian Watson carted off. Ball at the 26. McKee hands it off for Shipley. Hit hard after a gain of 2. Ryan Dawn, can you be activated at the half? No. Those are pregame designations. And so I know a lot of people want to see Saquon Barkley break history. He's not. But look, he already broke history last week. He became the 9th player ever to run for more than 2,000 yards in a season. The first player since Adrian Peterson to do that. And he already set the single season rushing record, taking down LaShawn McCoy's record. And he did that several weeks ago. Yeah, give us a little reload. Wow, so Jordan Love injured his throwing hand, down 14-3. You're an experienced Stream East guy. McKee going to hand it off to Shipley. Oh, that was the 2-yard pickup. All right, so we just wanted to talk about that play again. And now it is 2nd and 8. I think Shipley can play. And it's so funny to evaluate the Eagles' draft needs in 2025. They really don't have many of them. They can afford to replenish some youth along the offensive line. They could use, I guess, another linebacker. You can never have enough corners. Safety depth, but you have Sidney Brown. They like Tristan McCullum. We're frozen again. Almost 2,000 people watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. We always want to get every live show to 1,000 likes. Help us get there. The Eagles right now, 25 plays, 166 yards, 10 first downs. New York is winning time of possession, 14:58 to 11:56, but they have 4 first downs. And they've run 25 plays, same as Philadelphia, for just 76 yards. Okay. McKee throws, pass, caught, Shipley, gain of 11. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. Type those 2s. Type those 2s for the 2-minute warning. Can the Eagles find the end zone again?
All right, now it seems like a good time to take down this Jello shot.
Chip Jello shot coming up.
Shout out to Vince Sanders. That's funny. Look at the comments. Everyone's saying lag.
Yeah, we're lagging hard. You can always pause your TV. Oh, it's that same play again.
We're good. We're back on DirecTV.
We're back on DirecTV.
We're back on DirecTV.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
They're going to have to control it from the studio. All right, good thing is we're in the 2-minute warning. Yep. We're back, baby. Got through the first half, having to stream this piece. Second and 10. Ball on the Giants 11. McKee in the gun. Takes the snap. Handoff. Shipley runs ahead for a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9. Now we're not going to be lagging, baby. Giants going to call their second timeout with 1:51 to go. Jake Elliott did miss from 39 earlier. It's now 14-10 Chicago over Green Bay. An 11-play, 55-yard drive for the Eagles. Empty set for McKee. Giants show blitz. 3 to the left. Stack to the right. Giants do bring pressure. McKee lets it go. Pass is caught by Shipley on the check down. He goes out of bounds at the 6. And so it'll be 4th down. Another decision for Sirianni. Do you take the 3? Do you go for it? You're only up 7-0. Eagles are a second-half team, even with their backups. Jake Elliott missed earlier. You got to get that confidence back up. This will be an easy kick, and Sirianni's going to trot out Elliott. That miss from 39, as I noted. Looking to get to 1 of 2 on the day. That kick is good. The wind is really whipping at the link. And so the Eagles take a 2-score lead, 10-0. They've really dominated this game for the most part, despite the Giants winning time of possession. So now, Eagles up 10-0. They get the ball to start the third quarter. Giants use the timeout to save some clock here. 2 timeouts left for New York, and 1:45 to go. Eagles with the 2 seed in the NFC, looking for their 14th win of the year. That would be 2 of the last 3 years in which they have won 14 games if they can pull out the victory here today. And they won the NFC East last week against Dallas, which makes it even sweeter. If you want your NFC East champs gear, hats, shirts, hoodies, whole lot more, you can get it today. Chatsports.com/NFC East Champs PHI. That link is in the chat right now. It's also in the show notes of today's Eagles Now. Oh, wow. They're calling it a right elbow injury for Jordan Love. Christian Watson knee, both questionable to return against the Bears. Yeah.
He was carted off. All right, I can finally do this Jello shot now. We got everything good. Everything figured out with the game here now. So, Vince, you sent in the 50 about 10 minutes ago. Here we go. I'm giving you that Jello shot for that. Peace. Wow, and Tampa Bay losing as well, 13-3 to the Saints.
That's crazy. 13-3?
Yep.
Wow.
And
so,
crazy.
If the Falcons win and the Bucs lose, the Falcons swept the Buccaneers. That's how weird the NFL is. When you've watched the Bucs this year as Chip takes down his Jello shot, and you've watched the Falcons, there's no question. The Bucs are so much better. In fact, the Bucs are a Super Bowl contender, in my opinion, when they're playing their best ball. But we've seen this so many times when the Eagles' playoff hopes or seeding implications have come down to the final week. Crazy shit happens in Week 18. And the Bucs are down 13-3 to the awful Saints? Now, what are the Falcons doing? 10-10 tied. Michael Penix, of course, getting another start for Atlanta. Kimberly Danweber said, Chip, slurp her down. That's what Chip did. We're up to 853 in Supers. Can we get the 900 before half? That would be a top 5 performance all season on Eagles Now. That would be incredible for a Week 18 game that means nothing. Let's go. Giants will run it with Tracy on first down. He scampers for 4. So the good thing is during the Eagles walkthrough yesterday, Hurts was walking around mimicking some snaps, so that's good. Fumbled snap! Oh, it bounces right back to Luck. but he's going to get tackled for a loss of a yard. It's third down. If I'm Sirianni, I might call a timeout. But the clock will continue to run. It's 3rd and 8. I want to see Tanner McKee in a minute situation here. Locke will throw it. He's going to dump it down for Tracy. Breaks a tackle, but then Oren Burks wraps him up by the ankle. Timeout. I think Sirianni called a timeout with 48 ticks to go. Because the thing is here, too, give Tanner McKee a situation here where he can operate no huddle, try to get 3, and then in turn, get Jake Elliott out there again. They're going to put 2 seconds back on the clock, so 50 seconds remaining in this second quarter. 2,400 people have watched us so far. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to hit that sub button. Paul, he is a first-time Super Chatter. Oh! Vince Sanders! Another 100! That gets us to 9:55. 50 seconds left in the second quarter. If we get to 1,000 before halftime, I'll do another shotgun. 1,000 before halftime, I'll do another shotgun. Giants will punt it, by the way. Dotson the deep man. Fair catch at the 27. 43 seconds to go. 1 timeout. Let's see the Eagles get 3 here. Vince making it rain. Thank you, Vince. Our Super Chat GOAT today. Oh! Oh! 2 more 50s. Oh! $350 Super Chats. Ball to 28. Making it rain. McKee launches. Pass caught. First down. Just shy of the 40 for Jahan Dotson. Gets out of bounds. Stops the clock at 39. An efficient play time-wise and yardage-wise. Here's Lurie with the 50. Second half juju for our birds. Closing out the first half. Chip, let's make it rain, baby. Let's make it rain. The King Dylan. Another 50. Making it rain. Kelly Knock. Let's get that plaque. Making it rain. We're up to 1,100 in supers. McKee in the gun. Ball at the 39. He'll throw it again. 4-man rush for New York. Checks it down. Shipley. Little bit of a late hit. No flags, but a medium pickup there. Second and medium. 34 seconds left. Ladies and gentlemen, keep this in mind that Tanner McKee is doing this with backups. Second and 5. 34 ticks remaining. We have a Giants player whose cleat is broken. The bottom came off. Not a good advertisement for Nike. Nike is saying to CBS, stop playing this in slow-mo. Turn it off, it's too bright. Type those PHIs. Dennis Designs wants the boot. It's coming up at halftime from Alper. He's got the Happy Dad boot ready to go. Look at the carbonation on this thing. He's got all the bubbles on that. So for the haters saying, it's water. It's Happy Dads, baby. And we're happy here on the show. Happier with some more points. McKee. Pass caught. Dotson makes 2-man miss. And he's going to get to the 45. Nick Sirianni should probably call his last time out here to stop the clock at 25 seconds. Eagles will call their final timeout. See, this is why I don't understand how NFL coaches are so bad with game management, because I'm doing this in real time as I'm watching, and I know what to do. How can Raheem Morris, last week in prime time, not know what to do to call a timeout after a big gainer? He wasted 25 seconds on the clock. That's a big reason why that game between Atlanta and Washington went to overtime, and they lost. If they won that game, they'd very much win the NFC South. But instead, now it comes down to Week 18. Play more Madden, manage the game better, and be better. But that's why I like Nick Sirianni. I think he does a good job with game management. Space Galaxy with the 5. Everything Eagles right here. Sub, like, spread the word. EAGLES Eagles. George Brinkley is a first-time super chatter. Giant show blitz. They bring pressure. McKee throws downfield. He had Dotson open. Out route. Incomplete. It was definitely an anticipatory throw. But it's okay because there are still 20 seconds left. It's still second down. And getting points here, I know the Eagles are already up by 10. You got to factor in momentum because they do receive that second half kick. Ball at the 45. You need some more yards here for Jake Elliott. Eagles spread it out. 4 wide receivers. McKee throws over the middle, incomplete for Smith. Tight coverage, but I think that's a drop. Threw it right here. All right, at halftime, I got to do a shotgun. Alper has to do a beer boot, and I will put the names on this Eagles Now football for everybody who sent in a super chat. $20 or more here so far today. So if you want your name on it, get those super chats in. 3rd and 10. Ball at the 45. You need some yards here. 17 seconds left. Trips near side. E.J. Jenkins to the left. Deep drop for McKee. He gets hit. He throws. Ball batted away. Looked like he took a hit at the ankle area as he let that ball go. Look, I'm going for it on 4th and 10. There's 13 seconds left. You're not in field goal range. McKee felt the pocket get muddied around his feet. And so that ball probably should have been intercepted, but it was batted away by New York. And wow, Nick Sirianni's just going to punt it away. See, this game, it's all about player development. It's all about situations and situational management. I would have given the keys to Tanner McKee on a 4th and 10. But Eagles up 10-0, get the ball to start the 3rd. They'll punt it away here. Braden Mann looking for the coffin corner. High punt. It's going to drop at the 10 and settle at the 12. And in turn, game clock goes to triple zeros. So we're going to halftime. Grade that Eagles first half. I'm going to change the poll question here. 76% yes on should Chase do the shotgun. We already did that for Vince. So grade the Eagles first half. A, B, C, D, or F. I got to give the Eagles an A. I really do. Grade the Eagles first half. We'll give you some shout-outs here. Go Birds, B. Charlie Edwards, B. Peter Thurman, B. We have high standards in Philadelphia. Reginald Walker, B. James Hubner, A. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. All right, I'll get my Sharpie out. We'll put some names on the football here. And then Brett Alper has to do his boot. Let's see. While you're doing that, can you get me a Sharpie there, Chip? Awesome. There should be one on my desk. Yeah, I'm not sure where I put it, but we'll add those names. Alper, if you want to do your beer boot, you can do this. This was for Dennis Designs and the $100 super chat that he sent in. We had said $100, Patriots fan has to take down the boot. So he's going to do his boot. I owe a shotgun. We'll get the names on the football. We'll take a look at some halftime stats, and we'll do our thing. All right.
We ready?
3 beers, 1 boot. In this case, you see the carbonation. Happy Dad. Water doesn't do that. Water doesn't bubble. So 3 Happy Dads in 1 boot.
All right, here we go.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's see what Alper brings to the table here. 1,800 people watching live. 588 likes. Off to a good speed here so far. Pretty impressive. All right. Taking it down. Moving through it. That's a pretty good time. That's a pretty good time for Alper.
That's what we do.
Now, Patriots fan with the TB12 hoodie, you know what's funny, though? He came over to help me this morning. I saw his sweatshirt. You know what I was wearing? And this isn't because I'm a Patriots fan, but Tom Brady, one of my favorite non-Eagles of all time because, look, he's the GOAT. And I actually really appreciate his health and wellness awareness and what he does for his own health and others. I had the TB12 hoodie on. So we got 2 TB12 boys right here. Good shit. Thanks, bro.
One thing I don't like is that he doesn't make any of his brand anymore because he merged with Noble.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, so he still has TB12 gear, right? He has TB12 gear. He has the Brady brand's done. Oh, really? Okay. So what happened with the Brady brand? It wasn't successful? Okay. Oh, so you know what? That's probably a smart business play by him. He starts Brady brand, probably, has some good sales, and then Noble's like, you want to merge with us? Yeah, how much are you going to pay me? All right, let's merge. So that works. All right. Let's take a look here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? $1,100 in super chats. Absolutely incredible. Running through these supers. We've had some big-time ballers come through today. 1.1 during a game that has no meaning. Pretty awesome. Trying to find... I'm just looking through supers here. Legend, thank you. All right, so some names that we have to add to the football here. A lot of big-time super chats that have come in. Really, I'm just going to scroll to the top. Lori Papas, before we even started the show, sent in a $50 super chat. No, I got it right here. I want to give shout-outs to the people in the meantime. Kelly Knock with the 50 as well. Was this on my desk? Yeah. The King Dylan. Can't tell everybody how much we appreciate the support. Dennis Designs. Yeah, he crushed it. Let's see. Gunfox 61. So many 50s today. This might be the record for the most $50 super chats we've gotten on a live stream this year. We have Alling. Vince Sanders has been peppering in a bunch of supers. Lisa Chipper gets on the football. Let's see. Who else? King Dylan, Kelly Knock. All right. We're good. Now I got to do the shoddy.
I got to give an update right here on our Super Chat battle, because let me tell you, this is one of the most legendary Super Chat battles I can really remember.
It has been a good one. And I think, like, it's legendary because the Giants stink, maybe the worst team in football. And the Eagles, they're playing all backups. Yet, look at this Super Chat battle.
Come on.
1.1 to 1.1.
1,100. We can't lose. We can't lose.
We got to be closing in on 1.2.
Yeah, it's got to be close to 1.2.
It has to.
Alex, you guys drink like a girl. Thanks, Alex.
I'm going to
Appreciate
take
you,
down this
Alex.
shotgun for you, Alex.
Vince said he sent you that email, by the way.
Oh, cool. Yeah, let me check here.
Panthers and Falcons are still tied at 17 now. And at halftime, Bucks are down 16-6. Crazy. Tampa Bay putting up a stinker at home against the Saints.
Also, we have this, too. Our boy Rich Tucker, he sent me an email of him rocking a Saquon jersey. Vince, I got your email. Let's see. Here we go. Rich Tucker in his Saquon jersey. Let's go, Rich.
Dope, dope, dope.
And then, yeah, Vince, I got that email. I got to do another shotgun. Who's the person who said we're drinking like girls? Alex?
Alex. Yeah, just Alex.
All right, we're going to put Alex's name on the can here.
I was impressed. That's the first time I've seen Chase shotgun a beer.
We're going to put Alex's name here on the shotgun,
Chase takes him down.
and we're just going to hammer this down for Alex.
Chase takes him down. We used to time him. You would get like,
Yeah, my fastest is like just under 3 seconds.
I was going to say, like right under 3.
The only person who can do a faster shotgun than me that I've seen is actually my brother-in-law, my sister's husband. Dude,
Just like instant.
it's insane how quickly he takes it down.
Doesn't make sense
Now,
to me.
you know, he's a bigger dude than I am, but it's crazy. And I went to New York City for like 20 hours over the weekend to surprise my dad for his retirement. And we went to a steakhouse. Never would want to live in New York City, by the way, but the food there is awesome. So we went to a steakhouse Friday, then we rented out a room to do some karaoke because my family loves music. And we had an open bar, and we're like closing in on the time where we had to get like our last drinks before the open bar expired. And he did this thing where he got his beer can. He's like, all right, you know how we can take care of this? We got to chug these. He like twirled it and did the little funnel and then took it down. Have y'all seen that?
I've seen people do it before, yeah.
So he like grabs it by the tip, twirls it down to get like a tornado motion, and then just drank a whole beer in like 2 seconds. And they were Stellas too, so like they're a little bit heavier. And I was like, bro, I don't even know how you do that. So,
nuts.
Anyway. For Alex, who said we're drinking like girls, this is for you.
Where you at, Alex?
Yeah, where's Alex at? 1, 2.
Come on.
2 seconds.
Too easy. Juicy Prods. Bro, Saquon needs to break the record. You might just be joining the show. We've talked about this. He's inactive today. So it's not going to happen. Rings over records. That's what the Eagles are prioritizing. You know, it's also unfortunate, too, now that you bring that up. Remember when Tiki Barber said when Saquon left the Giants for the Eagles that Saquon's dead to him? Guess who's on the call? Tiki Barber. Well, he retired, so I wouldn't say that he quit. That was at the beginning of the era when players started to retire earlier and earlier. Now, I know Barry Sanders obviously did it before Tiki Barber, but that was a surprise retirement from Tiki Barber. But how funny would it have been if this game meant something, if the Eagles could have played for the number 1 seed and Saquon broke the record with Tiki Barber on the call? I would have loved to have seen that. Unfortunately, we're not, but we are seeing Tanner McKee in the first half go 17 of 26 for a $190. And Eagles fans are the best when the link is still sold out. Let's see what Nick Sirianni had to say coming out of the locker room at halftime. "47 career wins for Sirianni, tied for the second most in first 4 seasons as a head coach. So he wins this game. Look at that. It's not just Howie Roseman. It comes down to coaching as well. Carol Hosey, Chase, that chug was all man. Yeah, you already know. Where's Katy, Texas? Just outside of Houston? That's where Vince is from. Greater Houston metropolitan area. Isaiah Rodgers! Big kickoff return to start this third quarter, all the way into Giants territory. Look, if I'm Marshall Green, the host of Giants Now, I was talking to him earlier. He's now my desk mate, sits next to me. He, of course, can't wait for the season to be over. He's been very critical of Giants management, Joe Shane, John Mara, Brian Dable, how they mismanaged Daniel Jones. He must be sick seeing how the Eagles are completely outclassing the Giants in every phase of the game with backups. See, you get the good draft pick, but is that going to change how this roster stinks? McKee, handoff, Shipley, who's starting to get some more carries now. They want to save Gainwell probably to be RB2. He gets 3 or 4. Romeo with the super chat. By the way, we got a super chat in earlier from Paul, our guy Louisiana Paul. I don't know if we popped that up earlier. I think he had asked about some draft prospects or something. I can't remember giving a shout out to Paul. It was a $5. Eagles should draft Mason Taylor out of LSU, is what Paul said. Yeah. Why? Reschedule it? Oh. Yep. 3rd and 4. Ball at the 37. McKee in the gun. Hands it off to Shipley. He gets stopped at the line of scrimmage and then falls forward for a gain of 1 or 2. Offense is going to stay on the field here. Fourth and 2. McKee will throw it. Incomplete for Smith. No flags. Threw that into double coverage. Giants get their 4th down stop, and now they will take over with solid field position. Our guy Paul, Eagles should draft Mason Taylor out of LSU. You know, Paul, you bring up a really good point because, you know, I was talking earlier about the Eagles draft, and it's going to be really interesting to see what they do in the 2025 draft because they're really solid at a lot of different positions. I do think tight end is a position that they can address. I believe that Dallas Goedert's contract next year is not guaranteed, and he's on the hook for a decent cap hit. And so he's been injured a lot, really good player, but do you try to reset financially a little bit at that position, get younger at that position, and what you could in turn do? Greg Calcaterra showed me a lot. He's not the blocker that Goedert is, but solid pass catcher, good athlete. And so do you move forward with him and a rookie? I had talked about this a few shows ago. My dream scenario for the Eagles, given that they don't have a lot of needs, what if they drafted Tyler Warren, the tight end out of Penn State, for a luxury pick? Now, you hope that the Eagles are drafting 32nd. That would mean that they win the Super Bowl. But let's say they're in the mid to late 20s, early 30s, and Tyler Warren is still on the board. It is a weak quarterback draft class. Another team might take him, best player available. But that's the kind of thought process that I think the Eagles will have here. And for Mason Taylor, you know, he's a player who's 6'5", 55 catches, 546 yards last year, 2 touchdowns, 9.9 yards per catch. Good player. I'm not sure when he's projected to go. Let's see. He's got an 83.5 rating, projected to go in the 3rd round. So yeah, look, you could move off of Dallas Goedert if you wanted to, and you could draft a tight end like that in the 3rd round. It's good value. Romeo, Tanner McKee could easily be the future, just needs time and a solid wide receiver 3. Imagine what he'd be able to do with A.J. Brown and DeVonta Smith. Oh, wait, he threw touchdowns to both of those players last week. All right, Giants take over at the 35. Lock play action. Throws it into the flat on the check down. Wan'Dale Robinson. He'll get 4. First half possessions for the Giants. Turnover on downs, punt. Turnover on downs, punt. And it's funny because they still won time of possession in that first half. Context always important with that specific statistic. 2nd and 6, ball at the 39. Pitch play, near side. Tracy tries to cut it upfield. Good patience. Good tackle breaking. Good toughness. Still on his feet. Carries the pile for about 8 to 10 yards all the way to the Eagles' 45. Football JSF Scott, what if we could pick up Colston Loveland from Michigan? Another tight end in this draft class who's pretty damn good. The Miami tight end is getting some buzz too. More as like a vertical seam stretcher. Now the Giants have been in Eagles territory today. They haven't done anything with it. Pitch play, far side, Tracy, room to scamper. And then he gets upended by Tristan McCullum, who came up with a vengeance from that safety spot. We're $20 away from $1,200 in Super Chats. If we do that, we take the lead once again on Giants Now. Who's going to get us there? Eagles are leading at the link. Let's lead inside Chat Sports. Jordan Davis still in the game, by the way. 2nd and 3. Lock, quick throw out to Neighbors. Let's the block develop upfield. And gets 4 yards there. First down, Tristan McCullum with the tackle. Andrew Nathan sent me a clip of the Commanders kicker kicking a ball away on a kickoff. It was a line drive, and it nailed a Cowboys cheerleader in the head. Ball at the 34. How about them Cowboys? Lock, another give. Singletary. That's a smooth cut to get to the outside. That'll be a gain of 4 or 5. Brett Pavlov, $10 super chat. We need another 10 to get to 1,200. And it looks like his wife might have a birthday today, or he's just giving a shout out to the wife. We'll give you a shout out right after this, Brett. Ball at the 30. Lock, play action, throw into the flat, tight end open, past the 20, inside the 15. It was Hurts, and the Giants for the first time today inside the red zone. Brett Pavlov is a first-time super chatter. Thank you, Brett. He said, I love my 1967 Philly-born wife, Julia. If it's her birthday today, happy birthday. If you're just giving her a shout out to Julia Pavlov. 1967, still going strong. Ball at the 14. Pistol set. Handoff on the end around Robinson. He's a speedster. Sidney Brown came blazing up to the line of scrimmage. Robinson broke that tackle and then picked up 3 or 4 yards after that. But you're seeing today, Sidney Brown make some really good plays. He ranged over and had the pass break up on Malik Neighbors on that 4th down long throw from Locke. Plays the game with reckless abandon. Very fun to watch. Week 18 last year, Sidney Brown at MetLife Stadium, that awful turf, tore his ACL. So to see him out here making plays today, it's good to see. 2nd and 6, ball at the 10. Lock in the gun, back to his right. Neighbors in motion from left to right. Oh, he fumbles it! Picks it up at the 20. Oh, it was a forward toss, they're going to say. Better result for the Giants because Locke technically didn't hand it off. It was a little pop pass. So it actually goes down as an incompletion. I don't know. Either way, it's 3rd and 6. Type those 3s. We'll get caught up on your Venmos coming up here. L. Crawford gets us to 1,200 with that 10. 3rd and 6. Giants need to get to the 4. Simple math. Ball spotted at the 10. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Eagles, 4 up front. They send to 5th. Lock underneath. Neighbors wrapped up right away. McCullum with the tackle on the crosser. And will Dable go or kick the field goal to make it a 1-score game? He's going to kick and go for 3. "108th catch for Neighbors, most in team history in a single season. For a rookie, impressive. With bad quarterback play, even more impressive. Looks to be a solid player. Field goal is up and good. 25-yard attempt. It's 10-3. 7:34 to go. Giants score, type FNYG for $1,200 in Super Chats, taking down another Shambong. Brian Whitting or Brian Whiting? Hopefully I got it right. It's your friend. Okay, all right. So that makes the verbiage make sense here. My son Brett needs to learn how to chug a beer. All right, another $50 Super Chat. You chugging again? All right, another $50 Super Chat. The Patriots fan Brett, who his buddy called out here, has to chug, and the pressure's on. His homie called him out. Can he rise up to the occasion? Vince Sanders. When did this come in? Oh! Vince Sanders making it rain again. Let's go, Eagles. Hold that line. Appreciate that, brother. And thank you for making it rain. 50 or more, you make it rain here on the show. L. Crawford, $10. Texas Philly Connect. Fly, Eagles, fly. You know what I want to see here? I want to see a long clock-eating drive for Tanner McKee. And I want to see it result in 7. I want to sing Fly, Eagles, fly again. I want to celebrate a tutty. I want to see Tanner McKee sling it. I want to see the Eagles win their 14th game of the year with backups over the Giants starters as a flex. Some of these scores across the NFL today are wild. Again, $50 Super Chat, Patriots fan. We got to torture him. He'll take down another drink. Atlanta up 24-17 on Carolina. The Bryce Young story this year has been really impressive. Christian Watson, by the way, ruled out for the rest of the game. You have Chicago up 14-13 on Green Bay. Jacksonville trailing Indianapolis 20-13. Pat McAfee going nuclear on the Colts organization this week as a former Colt. You have the Patriots up 14-10 on Buffalo. That game doesn't matter. Josh Allen's out. Eagles up 10-3. You have the Saints up 16-6 on the Bucks with 11:38 to go in the third. You have the Texans up 16-3 against Tennessee. They badly need a get-right game. In the afternoon window, Niners, Cardinals, both teams out. Kansas City, Denver, Denver winning in. Seattle, Rams, Seattle's out. Rams not playing anybody. They won the NFC West. Chargers, Raiders, that game has playoff implications for LA. Dolphins, Jets. Dolphins need a win and some help to get in. Win and Broncos loss, right? Did Cincinnati winning last night impact them? Okay. Is it Miami loses for Cincinnati and Broncos lose, right? Okay. And then tonight's game, 2-14-2 teams. I believe I heard this stat. First time in NFL history that in the final week of the regular season, you have 2 14-win teams clashing. Vince Sanders, love Chase and Chip, and Eagles now fans, number 1. Vince, you're a legend, man. You're a legend. All right, 1st and 10. Was Neighbors wearing diamonds on the sideline? It's crazy. McKee, gonna throw it. Ball batted up! And thankfully not intercepted because I think Will Shipley punched that ball away from the defensive lineman. Let's see what happened here. Ball was batted up. Oh, it was McKee. He played volleyball there with the spike. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 29. 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff goes to Shipley. Oh, he had some daylight. Instead, he Gets 4 or 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and medium here. I haven't shouted out the Venmo 50-50 in a while. Eagles 1 of 7 on 3rd downs today. Can they reverse course here? 3rd and 5. McKee in the shotgun. Shipley to his right. Smith and Wilson to the left. Dotson to the right. McKee pressured. Down he goes. Sacked. 1 of 8 on 3rd downs now for the Eagles. Kayvon Thibodeau wears the jersey number 5. That's his 5th sack. Let's see what happened here. He was matched up against Fred Johnson. E.J. Jenkins was next to him, didn't chip him, and just one-on-one, strong rush, just beat Fred Johnson. Johnson kind of backpedaled into McKee. Good coverage downfield, too. So a good rep there for Thibodeau and good coverage for New York. Man, nice punt here. All the way to the 16. Good tackle! Keely Ringo! He has made a handful of terrific special teams plays this year. Made another one because there was no fair catch there. First of all, the punt from man was great. Smith-Marset was backpedaling, and then Ringo just lit him up. So the Giants will take over inside their own 15. All right, let's take a look at the Venmo 50-50 race. So right now, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Winner is already coming away with the Benjamin Franklin 100. Let's get somebody rich today. Last week we gave away 180. This week, can we give away 200? That's the goal. Here's how it works. Venmo me at Chase_Senior. $10 buy-in. If you send in a 10, we're going to spin the wheel for you. If you send in a 20, we're going to give you 3 wheel spins. So who's the last person you had? Patrick Guidry. All right. So let's do some wheel spins right now. We have 3 for Kelly, 3 for Romeo, 3 for Lori, and 3 for Romeo again. So we'll start with Kelly Knock. 3 spins coming up for Kelly. Opportunity to win more ducks. If you're wondering, what are the ducks? We do a virtual duck race to determine the winner for our 50-50 race. So for Kelly Knock, 3 spins. You can either win 1 duck, 5 ducks, or 10 ducks. This is a new wheel. No more naughty or nice. It's January 5. Can't do that anymore. For Kelly Knock. All right, 1 duck. And you already get a duck when you send in the Venmo. So 2 ducks to start, for instance. Second spin for Kelly here. All right, she's going to get 5 more ducks. Last spin. Last spin. She gets 5 more. Next up, Romeo. 3 spins for Romeo. We can actually do 6 spins right now for Romeo because he sent in 2 20s. So here's the first spin. He gets 5 ducks. Oh, check that. 10. All right, ball at the 14. Lock, handoff, Tracy around the corner. Good speed by the Eagles defense. Tristan McCullum, not scared to hit anybody. Second spin for Romeo, 5 ducks. Gain of 3 there for Tracy. Third spin of 6. Malik Neighbors off the field now because he set the franchise record for receptions. He's got the grills on. He's got the chain on. Third spin here for Romeo. 5 more ducks. 2nd and 7 for New York. Lock. Quick throw. Robinson. That's going to go for a loss of 5. 4th spin. 5 spins. Okay. Oh, is he going to get the big one? Oh, he misses out on 10 ducks. Nobody's gotten 10 yet. Last spin for Romeo, and then we have Lori Papas. One more duck. Lori will get 3. Drew Lock in the gun. 3rd and 11. Type those 3s. Lock throws underneath. Robinson. It was a check down. Orem Burks was right in the neighborhood. Giants going to have to punt again. Eagles have not given up a play today over 20 yards. I also don't think they have been penalized today. Yeah. 5 ducks. Was that first spin? First spin for Lori. Second spin for Lori coming up. Third spin for Lori. Bad punt. Dotson, fair catch at about the 37, 38-yard line. All right, Tanner McKee, let's see what you can do, brother. One more duck for Lori. All right, let me see if anybody else sent in a Venmo while we were doing that. No, still at 200. So right now, winner comes away with 100 for our Venmo 50-50 race. We will decide this with a duck race after the game. At Chase_Senior, $10 buy-in. $20 you get 3 wheel spins, but let's give a deal to the people. You know, the max that you can win is 30 ducks on a $20 Venmo. Let's go back to the 40 duck deal. Whoever sends in a $20 Venmo over the next 2 minutes, I'm giving you 40 ducks. We're going back to that deal that we did a little bit earlier. I want somebody coming away with their pockets heavy after this watch party. 2 minutes on the clock. In the meantime, get your NFC East champs divisional gear. All thanks to our friends at Fanatics. Hats, shirts, sweatshirts. If you want to up your swag game, rep the birds, and celebrate that NFC East crown, goals are bigger, of course, than just a divisional championship. But growing up, I would always get the divisional champs gear, the NFC East champs gear. I absolutely love my Eagles Super Bowl champion hoodie from Super Bowl 52. Was just wearing it last night. Chatsports.com/NFC East Champs PHI. That link is in the chat right now. Get your gear for the playoffs. 1 minute off the clock. To our super chats, Romeo with $20. Really want to see a Shipley touchdown. Let's go, Bert. So do I. So do I. All right, how about this? Another 50 Jell-O shots for the whole crew. Jell-O shots for the whole crew. Trifecta Jell-O shots for a $50 super chat. Yeah. We can go with the Jell-O shots. $50 trifecta Jell-O shots. $50 trifecta Jell-O shots. Let's go. Chip, we got an updated look on the Super Chat battle. Tanner McKee, 17 of 28. Play action, rolls to the naked side, dumps it off for Calcaterra. Oh, nearly made a man miss, but was thrown down by his helmet. Oh! Right on cue. Vince Sanders again. $50 super chat. Romeo. 20 for Tanner. Let's get that dub. I can't say we've ever gotten a $16 super chat in the history of this channel. Is A.J. Brown high? Did he just face a Bleezy? Ball at the 42. McKee from under center. will throw far side. Out route timing, perfect with Dotson. First down, Eagles. If anybody sends in a $16 super chat and says McKee in the written portion, I think we're going to see another Eagles touchdown here. 3 Jello shots coming up for the crew. I love the timing that McKee throws with. If you watch this show, been talking about this since his rookie year 2 years ago. Timing, anticipation. You can't teach that. You just have to have it. 1st and 10. Smith in motion. High snap. Blows up the play. Can Shipley turn garbage into gold? He does. He picks up 4. Also, good to see rookie Trevor Keegan in the game for Philadelphia. He was a draft pick out of Michigan, a team that won the national championship last year. And Jim Harbaugh built those teams like the Eagles built their team. Strong in the trenches. Tied the record for the most players drafted from a single program in a draft last year. Keegan was one of them, and one of the final ones. 2nd and 6. McKee in the gun. Giants blitz. High snap. McKee off platform. Delivers it to Wilson. First down to the 33. Romeo. $16 super chat. I think it's going to result in an Eagles touchdown. McKee throws down the seam. Passes caught by Dotson. Inside the 15 to the 14. First down, Eagles. 57 seconds and ticking left in this third. Eagles inside the red area. Pistol set. Shipley the back. McKee hands it off to him. Up the gut. Stays on his feet to get 7. And if he didn't get tripped up, it could have been 7 points. Now, the game clock's at 28. Play clock at 29. Now it stops. Is there an injury? I was going to say that could be the final play of this third. Yes, Giants player is down. Defensive lineman getting picked up. He'll walk gingerly off the field. 2nd and 3. And so we'll see if the Eagles run a play here or if they just let it trickle to the 4th. I kind of like the tempo that they're working with, so I might just continue to go tempo here and not even be wary of the clock. Eagles chants echoing at the link. And now they start to run the game clock here. So game clock 18, play clock 20. Tanner McKee in no rush to get a play in. So it looks as though we're headed to the 4th. Jello shots coming up to start off the 4th frame. We're up to $1,300 in supers. Headed to the final quarter of the regular season here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. And Vince Sanders, another 50, making it rain. That's why we have to do the Jellos. Star Cruz typing those 4s. Carlos Barnett typing those 4s.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So what did we have Venmo-wise? So last spin
was for Lori. We did 6 for Romeo and 3 for Lori.
Okay, so we got 40 ducks coming up for all of these people. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
40 for Romeo.
Gotcha.
40 for Kelly Knock.
Gotcha.
40 for Patrick Guidry. 40 for Romeo again.
Gotcha. Oh, my God.
And then Jennifer Hansen with the 10. Is there a way for you to copy and paste without doing it 40 times? Is there like a shortcut where you can just do like X40? Or are you just having to go like paste 40
I usually
times?
paste it to get to 10, and then I just paste the 10.
Good call. Smart. I was wondering how you did that.
Yeah.
So we can spin it here for Jennifer.
We did get these that Chase went out from Romeo. The 20 for Tanner.
20 for Tanner.
The
And then
16.
I had said Tanner McKee rocks 16. And if we got a $16 super chat, the Eagles will score a touchdown on this drive. Well, they're in the red area. They're marching to start the fourth. So Romeo might be the good vibe sender right here. And then we'll spin this wheel for Jennifer Hansen and the $10 super chat. Or Venmo, excuse me. One spin for Jennifer. 6 total ducks for Jennifer. So an updated tally on the Venmo 50-50. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That's 200. 20, 40, 60, 70. So we have 270 right now. I failed elementary algebra in college. So 270 divided by 2. Winner comes away with 135 as of right now on the $10 buy-in at Chase_Senior on Venmo. Do we have a Jordan Love update? Let me check. So Dr. David Chow had said by video, right elbow contusion, possible funny bone, no structural worry. Expect next week to be a go. McKee, play action, throws in the flat, pass caught. E.J. Jenkins reaches for the pylon. Touchdown! Eagles! McKee with his second touchdown strike, and both of his touchdowns have been in the form of firsts. First career touchdown for Aniyah Smith. First career touchdown for E.J. Jenkins, one of our training camp standouts. Eagles extend their lead. 7 plays, 61 yards. Extra point incoming. Elliott's kick. Inside the right upright. It's good. It's 17-3 Birds. Show us the TDs. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Torrey Franklin, Jace Vito, Nas, Casey Eck, Jaquan Thomas, Stoney 420. A.J. Brown looked Stoney 420 a little while ago.
Yeah, he did.
Carlos Barnett, Jason Blumstein, Carol Hosey, Purple Rose, Peaceful and Me, all typing those TDs. I'll tweet out that Tanner McKee touchdown.
Did the Commanders just bench?
They took him out just for precautionary reasons.
Not benching him, but
They took the lead.
they did take the lead. But I mean, you'd think they'd want to win the game. Like if I'm the Commanders, I'd rather play the Rams than the.
I have the playoff picture right now. If they're the 6th seed, they play the 3 seed, which is the Rams. And if they lose and Green Bay wins,
They had to play us.
play you guys.
I'd rather play the Rams and the Eagles from the Commanders. I don't know.
100%.
I wouldn't just like be, mailing it in.
You have to
Well,
go
the
to
Rams
the
already won the
play.
NFC West.
Yeah, but we're saying if I'm the Commanders, right? They still have to win to keep their 6
Yeah,
seed.
yeah.
Like, would you rather want
Oh,
to
yeah,
into
you'd
the
rather
night,
go 6-3.
or
Yeah.
you want to
Yeah.
go into SoFi, which
For sure.
is going to basically be a home game.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know. I guess they feel like they could still win that game without Jane
But
Daniels.
also, what's the Packers-Bears score?
I think they're only down
14-13 Bears.
Yeah, Bears
So
are only up 1.
They might be factoring that in a little bit.
Yeah. Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Just like we were saying. Buccaneers are now down 19-13. So Buccaneers down 6. And Falcons-Panthers is a game still tied up, but 24-24 now in the third quarter. Interesting.
All right, tweeted out that Tanner McKee touchdown. I hope we don't see Ian Book. Let McKee get the whole game. Also, for entertainment purposes, I would appreciate that, Nick Sirianni. Whoever gives me a retweet, I'm giving you a shout out. We did that for the first touchdown of the day. We're doing it for the second touchdown of the day as well. Yes, we could do the Jellos right now. Shoot. Let's send them. Yep. We got 3. All right. The Jello boys are back. Thanks to Avery for making these. You see Chip and Brett right above me. The Jello boys making a jiggle. The orange, I think, is orange. But it's sweet. This orange is supposed to be the strongest. I think that blue may have been stronger, though. 2nd and 7. Empty set for Locke. He'll throw it here. Underneath for Robinson. Slips out of a tackle from Burks. He'll get 6. It'll be 3rd and 1. Eli Ricks in the game. We have not called his name on a defensive snap all season long. Wearing the number 23 now, which was the former number of C.J. Gardner-Johnson, but now C.D. Deuce rocking the 8. 3rd and 1. Can the Eagles get a stop? Ball just shy of the 40. Locke gonna audible, it looks like. Split eye for New York. 13.5 to go in the final quarter. Locke, quarterback sneak. He plunges and picks it up. How's our Super Chat battle going? We're up to $1,300 in Super Chats on Eagles now. We'll get word on our giant Super Chat number. You got YouTube access, Young Bull? All right. $1.2. All right, so we're winning. I want to win on the field at the link, inside the walls of Chat Sports. Keep in mind, we're not going to have an extended post-game show because Chip and I have another game that we have to do. You just got to be built different on these YouTube streets. And so, not going to be able to really celebrate the end of the regular season for too long. Just want to throw that out there. Robinson, pass caught from Locke, needed 7, got 8 or 9, first down Giants. Orem Burks with 14 tackles. Shout out Chip for that stat. How many does Jeremiah Trotter Jr. have? He was making some plays early. Lock. Hand off to Tracy. Minimal gain there. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. with 11 tackles. Key Time Bill, good to see you in the chat, my man. Cherokee Reservation guy. Bought the 45. 2nd and 8. 6-play, 25-yard drive for the Giants. Lock looks left, comes back right, gets hit as he throws. Throws to Robinson, incomplete. The ball was behind him because the pocket was crashing down. This yards per play number for the Giants is going to be hilarious today. I want everybody to guess the Giants' yards per play today. Guess it in the chat. 3rd and 8, type those threes. Lock in the gun. Giants 0 of 5 on 3rd downs of 8+ yards today. Lock with the shimmy pump. Throws downfield, has Neighbors wide open. Stays on his feet. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown. Electric play for Neighbors. He got hit as he caught it. Stayed on his feet. Tiptoed along the sideline, then dove for the pylon. Back to a 1-score game. 3rd receiving touchdown in his last 2 games. And who got beat here? Well, Tristan McCullum missed the tackle. Neighbors stayed in bounds, got the ball inside the pylon, and I think Neighbors beat Eli Ricks. Before that play, the Giants were averaging 3.8 yards per play. Now it's up to 4.5 just on that touchdown strike, which goes down as a 45-yard pitch and catch for New York. Back to a 17-10 game. That tackle by McCollum. He didn't wrap up. He just tried to hit Neighbors. Can't do that. Too good of a player. And so we're back to this game being a ball game. Doesn't mean anything, but 14 wins looks pretty damn good. Hurts fan, $2 super chat. E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles. Gary Evans, $2 super chat. He is a first-time super chatter. Thank you, Gary. And here's a look at our sub count. I think we lost subscribers. We had a purge from YouTube. We were under 700 to go to 98K. Now 97,274. Let's pick it back up. 97,300. We don't just go live for watch parties. We do shows every single day. Talk shows that are insightful, informative, entertaining, thought-provoking. You have a voice. I have a voice. Bunch of great analysis. A lot of opinions. Hit that sub button. We'll, of course, be live for every Eagles playoff game as long as they keep playing. And let's hope Eagles make their 2nd Super Bowl run in 3 seasons. That would be pretty incredible. They certainly have the talent to do it. Eli Eagles, can I get a high? What's up, Brody? Big Will saying Kansas City. I think they're still the team to beat. Until they get knocked off, going for their 3rd ring, really good defense. Patrick Mahomes, limited offensively, but you have Mahomes and Andy Reid. So going to be difficult to beat Kansas City. Can Buffalo or Baltimore finally do it? The thing is, they have to go on the road to do it. Arrowhead, difficult place to play. All right, we've had nearly 40,000 people hang out throughout the day. We're up to 1,300 in super chats. Our next goal, let's get some more supers. But let's get to 1,000 likes. 1,800 people watching live. I can already see a few people haven't liked the video. Can we get to 800 likes before the Eagles run their next play? 718 right now. Smash that thumbs up icon, like the video. Eagles prods. I grew up in Philly, man. I was working in television prior to this. I got hired to specifically cover the Niners, but I grew up as an Eagles fan. And so when you have an opportunity to cover the NFL on a major platform like Chat Sports and on YouTube, I've dreamed of doing this since I was literally 5 years old. As Anaya Smith will take it to the 25. And so I was offered the role of covering the Niners and being our Chat Sports main NBA analyst and host. And so I did that for the 2021 season, took over Eagles after that. So covering the Niners has really changed the course of my career. Same can be said for covering the Eagles. I think I have the best job here at Chat Sports. I'm blessed. Very thankful. Oh, this is cool. Most receptions by a rookie. Neighbors has 109. Brock Bowers has 108, and the Raiders are going to play this afternoon. Two studs in the 2024 draft class. All right. Eagles only up by 7. 10:28 to go. Tanner McKee remains in the game. I formation. Pitch. Shipley gets a block from Jenkins, but Giants able to slip through that protection, and they tackle Shipley for a loss. Jason Blumstein, KC sucks chase. Look, they have not scored more than 30 points in a game this year, but you can't say they suck when they've lost one game all year. They have won every close game that they have been in outside of the Buffalo game, but that didn't end up being one score. And when you have an elite defense, best quarterback in the NFL, best head coach in the NFL, you don't suck. And when you close games, Super Bowls often are close. And they just have a knack for making the big play, coming through in the clutch, thriving in those pressure cooker moments. I hate Kansas City. They've been my daddy the last couple of years. But you got to give credit where credit is due. Past 800 likes, good stuff. Third and 10. 9:47 to go in the fourth. McKee in the shotgun. Smith in motion. Giants blitz. Twist stunts up front. And they get home. McKee is sacked. Brian Burns getting to McKee first. Thibodeau in on the play as well. He already had a sack earlier. And they run those twist stunts up front. And yeah, it was Thibodeau who actually got to McKee first. Burns then there to finish the play off. McKee was looking right. Didn't look to see anybody open. And then by the time he tried to climb the pocket had collapsed on him. So, interesting scenario here. 4th and 20. Giants are probably going to get decent field position. Live drive punt from Mann. It's taken at the 38. Good return, tackle broken. Giants will take over inside the 40 now. Amir Smith-Marset, a good return man, a New Jersey native who hasn't ended up being a great wide receiver in the NFL, but a decent special teams player. And we'll see what the Giants can do here with an opportunity to tie the game with the touchdown. NFC East Champs gear available at chatsports.com/NFC East Champs PHI. If you want to celebrate Philadelphia winning the NFC East and get the same gear that the players were wearing last week, you can get it today. Hats, shirts, sweatshirts. Link is in the chat right now. Chatsports.com/NFC East Champs PHI. All of that gear, thanks to our friends at Fanatics. And if you just want to get some gear for the playoffs and you want to get something else, you can still use that link. Plenty of options available, of course. All right, for that Tanner McKee to E.J. Jenkins touchdown, let's give some shout-outs to retweets. KG Air Unicorn, Sheedy Sheeds, BJ Wamlin, Ernesto, Jack Frost, Kane Angel, Dan I, Austin, John Galt, my guy, Andy, and DJ. Thanks for showing love. I love what my boy Jack Fritz at WIP said, by the way. This was after, I think, McKee's first touchdown strike. Have never seen a quarterback drafted in the 6th round as good as Tanner McKee. The joke there, of course, Tom Brady. Congrats to Jack Fritz, his wife Jill, by the way, for having their second baby the other day. Growing the family of 4. And check Jack out, afternoon show, WIP, Powerhouse Sports Talk radio station in Philadelphia. Now it's up to the Eagles defense. We talk about the depth on this team. Can they come through and win this ball game? Early movement. It should be a false start on the Giants, I would think. False start on the Giants. First and 15. That pushes the Giants back to the 43. Tracy takes the pitch, runs ahead, and he'll make this a 2nd and 7. Opportunity for some second, third stringers and some backups to put some good film on tape for next year, some good reps on tape for next year for Philadelphia or another team. And to win this game against some starters for another NFL team. That would be impressive. Ball at the 35, 2nd and 7. 3 to the left. And I think Thomas Booker jumped off sides. It's going to be encroachment. $20 super chat. I'm taking down another Shambong here. $20 super chat. I'm taking it down another Shambong. I'll let your babe. What's up, girl? Carlos Barnett, pressure, INT, sack, fumble, strip. If you're speaking those words into existence, I hope the Eagles get one. Oh, false start on the Giants. All right. Greg Van Roten whistled for the flag. He's going to try to point it out on the Jumbotron to the official. As for this Bears-Packers game, DJ Moore, touchdown on a bubble screen. Chicago up 21-13 on Green Bay. 10 minutes to go in that 4th. Second and 12. Ball at the 40. Lock empty set. 3 to the left. Stack to the right. Gets the snap off just in time. Lock moved off his spot. Big hit of Avonte Maddox. Only a gain of 3 or 4 as Maddox came up to hit Robinson. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Type those 3s. Let's get the stream to 1,000 likes, by the way. We're at 838 right now. Hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. 2,000 people hanging out. 40,000 throughout the day. as we've had a day here on Eagles Now. And let's end it with a win. 3rd and 7. Ball at the 35. 7.5 minutes to play. Eagles show blitz. They only send 4. Trotter backs out. Lock pressured. Running around. Throws it out of bounds. Milton Williams with the interior pressure. 4th and 7. What will Dayball do? In case you're just joining us, a windy day at the Link. This would be about a 52-yarder if I'm not mistaken. And the Giants are going to kick it. 53 yards. The kick is up. It's accurate. Does it have the distance? Banks off the crossbar and through. His second attempt of a field goal of that variety this year. It cleared the crossbar. What it hit was the bar that connected to the crossbar, but it was only good by about a yard. And so in windy conditions from 53, Gano able to make it a 4-point game. Chip, you want to give some shout-outs to the people? I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. Type FNYG in the chat, and here's Chip.
All right, I'm giving shout-outs to the people typing in the chat right now. Who's hanging out with us? Up 4. 7 minutes to go. Are the Giants going to do it? That'd be so funny. Jason Blumstein, what's going on? Vince Sanders, real one today, in the chat. I see some Giants fans saying no. That's hilarious. The Giants just can't do anything right, huh? Can't do anything right. Marcus, what's up? Eagles prods, Carlos Barnett. Eagles and Racing 9. Score a touchdown or burn time. I would like to see, just for, you know, the purposes of seeing Tanner McKee and his development and whatnot, a little long touchdown drive here. Close this one out. That'd be cool to see. That'd be cool to see. Chunky Milk in the chat. Psych guy. Yeah. Ozzy O. Kimberly. Grace. Jimmy watching from Arizona. Nice. Nice, nice. Alex is still in the chat. That's the one who said we were drinking like girls earlier. William Deere. CLM 808. Big Will, we gave you Barkley. You're welcome. Well, we were going to return the favor by handing y'all a loss today, but it looks like the Giants might have other plans here. All right, Eagles start out their own 30. McKee hands off to Gainwell, who's back in the game. Gainwell hasn't played since early in the first quarter. Interesting, he's back in the game now. He'll carry it for about 3 or 4. I wonder if Shipley is a little bit banged up. Because Gainwell hasn't had any run since very, very early. Be a gain of 3. Under 7 to go now. Gainwell's back in the game. McKee dumps it off to him. Make a move just shy of the first down.
What'd they do on first down there, Chip? 3-yard run?
Gainwell,
okay.
Yeah, 3-yard run.
All right, so I think Nick Sirianni wants to win this game. Gainwell hasn't played since the second quarter, maybe. Shipley's gotten a lot of run, and so Gainwell comes back in. You know, what it also gives Philadelphia and Tanner McKee is a really good pass catching option out of the backfield too. And so short yardage situation, Eagles come out in brotherly shove. McKee gonna sneak it. I think he got it. And if he did, it's by the nose of the football. Side judge comes in, gives him the line to gain, and then the other official says, yep, move those chains up. Of course, McKee doesn't have the lower half of Jalen Hurts. Very few quarterbacks, if any, do. But he is 6'6", 230. 121 likes away from 1,000 if you're enjoying the show. like the video. Hit that sub button. We don't just do watch parties. News, analysis, rumors, whole lot more. Wilson in motion. Fake handoff. McKee then goes to Wilson. No, that was Calcaterra actually who leaked into the flat. He gets hit as he tried to catch that ball. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. $101 likes away from 1,000. Now down to 94 likes away from 1,000. Let's go, Birds. Let's go, Birds. Type LGB in the chat for Let's Go, Birds. Not Let's Go, Brandon, unless you want it to be. Ball at the 40+. McKee in the gun. Fakes the handoff. Bubble screen. Has some blockers out in front. Anais Smith. He gets tackled 2.5 yards short of that first down. Another big 3rd down coming up here. Smith looked at as a smaller, shifty player coming at Texas A&M. What I didn't love is that he does have some wiggle to him, but he ran a 4.5 40-yard dash in the pre-draft process. A little bit slower than what you'd like from a player of that size, and I think we saw that lack of speed in the preseason. You kind of saw it there. They call it a 3rd and 3. It's really a 3rd and 2. Smith in motion. End around goes to him. Cuts it to the outside. Good patience. First down for the rookie out of Texas A&M. Type those ones. Smith and Johnny Wilson, 2 of the late-round wide receivers picked up in the 2024 draft in April by Howie Roseman. Flott, a corner, down for the Giants. How about this? Another $50 super chat. We're going trifecta Jello shots again. Another 50 trifecta Jellos.
What are you doing?
Let's run it up, baby. 59 likes away from 1,000. 1st and 10. Ball at the Giants 48. Split eye for the Eagles. McKee going to let the play clock wind down. Takes the snap. Handoff Gainwell. Tries to get the edge. He can't. And he's wrapped up, buried for a loss of about 3 or 4 yards. That'll eat up some clock for the Eagles here. They're up by 4. So what the Giants need to do is score a touchdown to win this ball game. Eagles don't want to give them the time to do that, but it is 2nd and 14. Yeah, we needed that. Second and 14. McKee in the gun. Gainwell to his right. 3 receivers to their right. Now Dotson goes in motion. 4 up front for the Giants. McKee will throw it here. Looks left, looks center. Dumps it off for Gainwell. Minimal gain. It'll be 3rd and long still. Oh! Romeo! A $50 super chat. Romeo gonna make it rain. And he'll make it rain here in a second, officially on camera, live on Eagles Now, on this January 5th of 2025. Ball at the 49. Smith in motion. McKee in the gun, 3rd and 11. Giants show blitz. They only send 4. McKee throws, pass, caught. Smith, well short of the first down. Decision territory here as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be 4th down. 4th and 3, ball at the 41. So a 58-59 yarder for Jake Elliott. I'm going, right? Because if you miss the field goal, the Giants take over right there anyway. Romeo making it rain with the 50. Shots, 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 shots. Thank you, brother.
They're coming. Struggling with the Giants. Buddy, it's our second and third stringers against their first stringers. And the Eagles are still in position to win the ball game. Romeo. Dawkins Hero says it's my birthday.
Happy birthday,
Hero.
Dawkins Hero.
Let's go.
Happy birthday. And thanks again, Romeo, for making it rain. All right, we're 42 likes away from 1,000. 42 likes away from 1,000. Hit that thumbs up icon like the video. You know, for Romeo's 52, I'll take down a little shambong here.
Why not let it fly?
Why did they bench Barkley? They didn't bench him. They just didn't play him. Didn't want him to get hurt in this meaningless game. A.J. Brown, Reed Blankenship, Sidney Brown all got hurt last year in Week 18 when the Eagles had nothing to play for. All right, decision time for Nick Sirianni. What is he going to do here? Eagles looking to make it 11 straight dubs at home. That's right. I'll go orange. Chip. Little pink. The Jello boys coming at you here in a bit after that 50. And okay, here we are. Ball at the 41 of New York. Eagles have the offense still on the field. They could try to get the Giants to jump off sides, up by 4. Giants need a touchdown anyway. If you kick a field goal here and you miss, Giants already get great field position. E.J. Jenkins in motion. 3 receivers to the left. 1 to the right. Giants jump off sides! Giants jump off sides! First down, Eagles! F New York! 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 Boogie Basham! The one thing you could not do is jump off sides. And here's the thing. McKee started off in the shotgun. He went under center. They're not running a play under center. Type those ones. Ball at the 36. McKee, handoff, Gainwell, wrapped up for a loss. Giants have 3 timeouts. They're going to use their first. Michael Penix throws a touchdown strike. Tied ball game 31-31 between Carolina and Atlanta. Buccaneers still down to the Saints? Okay. Okay. 2nd and 11 for the Eagles. Giants with 2 ticks left, obviously on the other side of the 2-minute warning with 1:55 to play. Ball at the 37. McKee in the gun. Gainwell in the backfield. McKee will throw it here. Moved off his spot. Throws underneath for Gainwell. Incomplete. Dirted that. And so that stops the clock at 1:51. If you're McKee, do you just try to kneel it there? Do you try to run for a minimal pickup? Either way, that brings up a 3rd and 11. But that incompletion does allow the Giants to keep their timeout. 2-2. Play clock ran out. And is that going to be a delay of game or a timeout? Timeout by the Eagles. They got the timeout in. All right, Jello boys, you ready? For the $50 super chat earlier, the Jello boys are back. This one for Romeo. More Jello shots. Cheers. Jello boys is kind of a vibe, I'm not going to lie. Here, I got a little trash can over here. Alper doesn't like the pink, huh? See, I like pink Starburst. 3rd and 11. Ball at the 37. McKee, deep drop, throws underneath, passes caught Smith, but he goes out of bounds, and he's short of the first down. So I imagine Jake Elliott's going to come out for a field goal attempt here. 0 of 1. Oh, no, is there a flag? Roughing the passer on the Giants on Kayvon Thibodeau. F New York, F New York, F New York, F New York. What happened here? Oh, my gosh. Thibodeau hit McKee right in the face. He knew it right away. Thibodeau frustrated, Eagles fans celebrating. That should pretty much do it. Giants have 2 timeouts left. 15-yard penalty. You can at least milk clock here and get 3. 1:46 to play. Pistol formation. Gainwell gets the carry, loss of 2. Giants will probably use their second timeout there. Jason, Stoney, Jax plays, Billy, all type in FNY. Second and 11, 1:42 to go. Giants down to 1 timeout. Pistol formation. McKee. Handoff. Gainwell. Good patience. Stays in bounds. Gets to the 14. Giants will use their final timeout to stop the clock at 1:36. By the way, last call for our Venmo race at Chase_senior. Last call for the Venmo race at Chase_senior. $10, I'll give you 10 ducks. $20, we'll give you 30 ducks. Last call at Chase_senior. Winner's already coming away with at least, I think, 130 was the number. But we're going to have to jet right after the postgame show. So, last call. Third and 7. Giants, no timeouts left. So you just run it here. You take it under a minute. You kick a field goal. That's a few more seconds off the clock. Then the Giants have to score a touchdown with well under a minute to go. McKee, handoff. Gainwell. Got to stay in bounds. He does. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. And so, fourth down. 120 and counting. 30 seconds on the play clock. Now, do you go for it here because they need a touchdown either way? Instead, they would need, if you go up by 6, you need the touchdown and the extra point. Yeah. Play clock down to 10 with 1 minute to go. So that'll take us to 50. You pick up a first down. Game over. But McKee is going to come to the sideline. It doesn't look like they're going to chat it over. I think Sirianni's just going to put Jake Elliott out there for the 3. Jake Elliott, 1 of 2 today. A make from 24, a miss from 39. Pretty windy day in South Philly today. Not sure when the Eagles are going to play in the first round, but we know the game is going to be in Philadelphia. That usually goes to the 4-5. 32-yard attempt from the right hash. Snap good, hold down, the kick is up, kick is good. Eagles go up by 6. Check that, 7. Oh, my math was wrong the entire time. So they go up by a touchdown. Duh. I mentioned earlier I failed elementary algebra, but we're also the Jello boys. 20-13, 47 seconds left. So Giants need to drive and score a touchdown and convert on the PAT just to tie this ball game up. As for the weather next week in Philadelphia, on Saturday, there's a 75% chance of snow. Precipitation total would be 3 to 4 inches. On Sunday, high of 37, low of 27. And so does the NFL say, let's play in some clean conditions, game on Sunday, Eagles, Packers most likely, really good TV draw. That's what my lean would be if I were the NFL. Amir Smith-Marset not going to get a chance for a kickoff return. Touchback to the 30. Eagles up by 7. A lot of empty seats at the link, but to start this game, there were a lot of people there for a game that doesn't mean anything. "47 seconds to go. Dragon making a good point, Chase. If Hurts was mimicking the throws, it's the best news possible. So he was out there mimicking plays. I'm not sure if he was mimicking throws in the walkthrough on Saturday, but that is a good sign. All right, Locke going to check it down to Bellinger. Gets out of bounds. Stops the clock at 41 seconds. Giants with no timeouts left. We're going to find out very soon who the Eagles will play. Washington down 19-16. Green Bay down 21-19. Locke flushed. Runs to his right. Checks it down. Pass complete. Eric Gray. 3rd and 1 or 2 coming up. If Washington and Green Bay lose, the Eagles will still play the Packers. If Green Bay can pull out a win and Washington loses, the Eagles will play the Commanders. Jane Daniels got pulled a while ago. Washington has the ball down 19-16. Green Bay has the ball down 21-19. 3rd and 2. Ball at the 38. Drew Lock fakes the handoff. Deep drop. He's going to throw it long. Intercepted! Sidney Brown picks off Lock. And that's going to do it. Second career pick for Brown. The first, a pick 6 of Kyler Murray at the Link last year. And for Sidney Brown, he is a player who tore his ACL in Week 18 against the Giants on the road last year. This year in Week 18, a year later, ends the game with a pick. Washington, a 3rd and 4 at the Washington 36. Green Bay is about to kick a field goal to go up. 55-yard field goal for the Packers. With just under a minute to go. So the Bears would still have a shot. Brandon McManus, kick is good. The Packers go up 22-21. 54 seconds remaining. And Washington, 1st and 10, ball at the Commanders' 42. Wow, really coming down to the wire for this one. Brandon McManus drills it from 55 to give the Packers a lead. The Bears are just allergic to beating the Packers. And Washington is driving, trying to either tie or take the lead against the Cowboys. The Bucks up 20-19 on the Saints, 3rd and 14. Baker running around. Oh my gosh, he's going to pick up the first down with his legs and a whole lot more, all the way to the 39. And so Tampa Bay trying to lock down the NFC South. And let's see what happens here. Waiting to see who the Eagles will take on in the wild card round. Am I seeing that Gerard Mayo's job is in jeopardy? Really? Robert Kraft going to move off quick, huh? He's had 3 head coaches since he took over. Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick, and Gerard Mayo, right? Yeah, so Pete Carroll first, Belichick obviously for 2 decades, and then Mayo. So he's never moved off a coach after 1 year. Interesting. All right, so awaiting to see who the Eagles play in the wild card round. As Scott Hansen would say, it's kind of the witching hour, right? I don't think he was. The Commanders are driving. They have the ball at midfield, 53 seconds to go, down by 3. All they need is a field goal to tie it. Jane Daniels out of the game. Commanders going to get close to the first down. It's going to depend on the spot. Could be 4th and inches there. As the backup quarterback, Marcus Mariota, Eagles legend, is in the game. Trey Lance today for the Cowboys, 20 of 34, 244 yards. Caleb Williams trying to put the Bears into field goal territory, down by 1, 27 seconds left. The issue with Chicago is that Santos, their field goal kicker, has a very weak leg. Accurate, but weak leg. Almost 50,000 views on the watch party here today. $1,300 in super chats. We'll get the Venmo 50-50 tallied up here. Bears have the ball just shy of midfield. I think Caleb Williams avoided a sack by getting rid of the football. Mike Evans 5 yards away from another 1,000-yard season. And he missed time, too. So impressive what he's been able to do. It would be 12 straight. Buccaneers have the ball inside the 20. They're going to run it up the middle. And I think that's Bucky Irving who slides down. Can we get Evans 5 yards, Tampa Bay? Yeah, just got to wait to see who the Eagles will play here. You want to raffle off the football in the meantime? We'll raffle off the football in the meantime. Bears have the ball in Packers territory. But an illegal shift on Chicago will push them back a little bit to the 49 of their own. We're going to spin the wheels to see who gets the Eagles Now football here. Romeo again. Is Romeo still here? Commanders now have the ball at the 5. 19-16, no timeouts left. They're going to spike it with 6 seconds to go. And they're probably going to go to overtime, maybe take one shot at the end zone here to try to win it. Yeah, we'd have to do the vid after the next game. True. but looks like they're going to win. 15 seconds left, 3rd and 11 for Chicago. Ball at the 49. Caleb Williams throws, pass caught! Inside the 35, 8 seconds left. They're going to have to spike it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bears spike it. Down 22-21. The Falcons just scored a touchdown. That's to tie the game at 38. But the Falcons need the Bucs to lose, and it doesn't look like the Bucs are going to lose. It is 20-19, 2 minutes to go in the 4th. So still a shot for New Orleans. 51-yard attempt for the Bears. No chance Santos makes this. Snap good. Hold down. Kick is up. It's accurate, and it's good! Bears win at the buzzer over Green Bay, and Washington scores a touchdown. Eagles-Packers first round. I don't even think we have time for post-game show. Yeah. Probably, yeah. All right. Let's do our Venmo race here, and then we'll sign off. Let's get some names here to see who chimed in there. Vince, the winner of the Ron Jaworski mini helmet. All right, let's see here. We got, who was the last person that you had? Okay, cool. So Tristan, we're going to give him 20 ducks, is what I had said. Yep, Tristan Hurdle. Bronson Oswald gets 30 ducks. Yep, gets 30. And then Elijah gets 30 as well. Yep. Venmo race coming up, and it's going to be for, let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 320. 320 is the total. Winner comes away with 160. And Paul, another $5 super chat talking about Mason Taylor. Paul, you had sent that in. We revisited it a little bit later, but I did touch on it, and thank you so much. Hope all is well. I had said, if you want to move on from Dallas Goedert after this year, older, injured, expensive, I don't think his contract is guaranteed next year. You could let him go. You could have Grant Calcaterra on this team, maybe an E.J. Jenkins again as a backup, and then you draft a Tyler Warren, a Mason Taylor, and you reset at that position with perhaps a better player. Of course, those tight ends probably not going to be the blocker that Dallas Goedert is. All right. Venmo race coming up. Winner gets 160. Yeah, a lot of ducks. All right, let's get it going. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Romeo, early lead. He's got a couple of ducks there at the front. 279 duck is right now number 1. Now Patrick Guidry, the 222 duck. Captain Delberto, he's lurking. Winner gets 160. Under 30 to go, halfway home. Bronson Oswald leading the charge near side. Kelly Knock, she's up there as well. Approaching 10 seconds to go. Who's going to get the win? Who's going to get the win? Another Kelly Knock duck. She's going to send it, but here comes Bronson. Is Bronson going to hold on? Bronson wins by the beak of the duck. I'll send Bronson 160. Kelly, you were so close. Yeah, Kelly in second, Jennifer Hansen in third, Tristan in fourth. Who was last? You always like to look at that shit. 538 ducks, Alling. But it's okay, Alling. You were 531 too. All right, we're going to sign off. A little bit later, going to put a video up on the channel. Eagles, Packers, wild card round. Be on the lookout for that. Chip and I going to go live for another game here today. Niners, Cardinals. If you want to continue to hang out, support us, send in some super chats, party. The Jello boys going to continue to keep it moving. Eagles wrap up the regular season 14-3. Their backups beat the Giants starters 20-13. Tanner McKee with 2 touchdowns today. Eagles defense played very well, only giving up 1 touchdown. Good way to end the year. And now Philadelphia will take on the Green Bay Packers in the wild card round next week. For Chip, for Alper, I'm Chase. For the Bird Gang, watch party next weekend. Can't wait for it. In the meantime, great coverage all week and tonight. We'll see you soon.